What up, Yang Gang? We're live. Um, I'm here to chop it up tonight with everybody and invite people to join me. I'll go ahead and put the invite. 1 second. I'll be right back. That's my damn oven. Ooh, sorry about that. I had banana bread. I got banana bread I put in the oven for 30 minutes. But yeah, I was going to bring up a couple things that I wanted to bring up tonight. That is on my Discord. Now, if you guys aren't on my Discord, go check out the links in the description box. But yeah, I got a couple articles I want to talk about in the Discord tonight. And I will chop this up later. But I figured I'd do a live stream discussing all these different articles I have in here. So let's see where we're at. No, that's my Twitter. Okay, so it's on the trickle up. Okay, yeah, I got one up here. Also, you guys are in here, just say, hey, what up, Ryan? You should jump in here with me if you want to, man. I got the links in the comment section. I'm actually going to be going over this article on Reddit about the where'd it go? Let me find it. Is this it? Yeah. So this is about here, let me bring up my screen share. You guys see what I'm going to do here. There we go. So there's an article talking about in Michigan, in my home state, where they said all these people were dead, and they clearly were not dead. Close that shit out. So this article is on Bridge, Michigan. It's Michigan's nonpartisan nonprofit news source. So it says here, I am certainly not dead. Living voters contradict Michigan's GOP fraud claims. Could you imagine being one of these people that said you were dead when you voted? Yeah, okay, so let's talk about this. Here's the actual oopsie. So here's a tweet from Meshawn Maddock. It says, tonight, a young man who has been working silently and faithfully for the last few weeks has given me a file of over 2,000 people who voted in Wayne County by absentee ballot that are confirmed deceased. Just imagine if our Secretary of State Benson did her job and checked all 83 counties. Here's just a couple of pages, stop the steal. And of course, they had to blur out the names. But imagine having your name be on this. And so these people showed up in Detroit. It's just so funny. That voted absentee. Let me see. It says okay, so let's check out the article. It says when conservative activist Meshawn Maddock obtained a list of allegedly dead Michigan voters, she didn't report it to law enforcement. She posted the list on Facebook this week, revealing home addresses of the accused in a post her followers shared more than 500 times. So she's doxing people as well. Meshawn is an asshole. Shishawn really sucks. It says this list of 150 or so names was part of a larger file of more than 2,000 people who voted in Wayne County by absentee ballot that are confirmed deceased, claimed Maddock, a prominent Republican who was seeking to become the party's state vice chair. Oh, really? Okay, now I didn't know that. Interesting. Hey, what's up, Kim? Again, if you guys want to jump in here, here's the link in the comments. You guys can jump in with me. But yeah, so this person is trying to become the party's vice chair. What a joke. Doxing 2,000 or 150 people right here on this little thing. Ridiculous. So, but Maddox's purported confirmation quickly crumbled as commenters began pointing out glaring and obvious flaws, including addresses in communities like Walled Lake and Novi, which are in Oakland County, not Wayne. And then one person says, "I am certainly not dead," wrote one woman whose name and address appeared on the line despite online evidence she was alive, including holiday photos of her family she had recently posted. Two people are in my neighborhood are on this list, wrote another man. They are very much alive. Hell, their boys play baseball with my sons. So see, among the alleged dead was Bill Babcock, a Grosse Pointe Woods voter who said Tuesday he is doing fine aside from the grueling year-end inventory he was performing in his job as a swimming pool salesman. Lovely. I think it sucks, he told Bridge, Michigan on Tuesday, less than 24 hours after Maddox posted his name and home address in an attempt to prove voter fraud that state officials have not found. So just a bunch of more bullshit, you know. But this just goes to show you these fucking psychos will stop at nothing. Absolutely nothing. They will dox people. They will, endanger people's lives, put out their personal information without any goddamn research. Now think about this. Now, if I or anybody else that I know with a rational mind or a logical mind and not an emotional reaction and to find evidence that fits our narrative, finds an evidence of 2,000 people who are dead voting, you go to Facebook or Twitter. No, you go to the goddamn police. You go to election officials. So, yeah, what's up, brother? But this is just another silly point of misinformation or disinformation. But at the same time, a prominent Republican in Michigan, my state, vying to be the vice chair, has doxed 150 people and has somehow got access to 2,000 voters in Wayne County. But it turns out that list is bullshit because there's people on there that's not even Wayne County. So, but still, how does someone get access to that information? There's some illegal activities going on there, it sounds like, or some compromise of the data, because I'm not sure those are like open source lists that you can get to. I don't know enough about this either, but I find that very, very strange, very odd. So that's just one article I want to talk about. Let's go on to the other one. Let's get out of there. Sorry, guys. I got all this shit open. Let me go back over here and let me open up the next one. Let me see here. Let me make sure you guys can bring this up. Hey, what's up, Nick? Yeah, man. Feel free to jump back in. The links in here up in the comment section when you guys first come in. The links here if you guys want to jump in with me and chop it up. So I'm going to bring up this next article. Oh. Let me see if this comes up. Okay, yeah, I got it. So Serpent says Georgia has had voter data stolen at least once, maybe twice since I've lived here. Yeah, man. I mean, I know there's a lot of data that's for sale. Like you can, there's lists you can buy. Like when I was doing phone banking, there's lists they purchase of people's names, address, and voter history. But this is just giving people's names and address and says that they voted by absentee ballot. So I'll be interested to see where that data came from, where that breach happened, because I'm pretty sure it's not like open information to everybody, and especially people don't want their business out there about voting and their physical address, especially all this dumb shit going on between the Proud Boys and the Antifa are clashing again, and these little skirmishes is quite cute. But there are some dangerous psychos out there. But yeah, let me bring up this other article here I want to talk about tonight, and that is, get that shit out of here. This is on The Guardian. So, psychedelic drug DMT to be trialed in the UK to treat depression. So it says UK regulators give the go ahead for drug to be trialed ahead of possible treatment along psychotherapy. Ooh, baby. Woof. Okay, so this is a picture. DMT is found in several plants as one of the ingredients of ayahuasca pictured. Okay, so that's what ayahuasca looks like. I don't know. So it says, yeah, the same thing about treating depression. The trial will initially give the drug known as the spirit molecule for the powerful hallucinogenic trips it induces to healthy individuals, but it is expected to be followed by a second trial in patients with depression, where DMT will be given alongside psychotherapy. Taking the drug before therapy is akin to shaking up a snow globe and letting the flakes settle, said Carol Rutledge, Chief Scientific and Medical Officer at Small Pharma, the company running the trial in collaboration with Imperial College London. Let's see here. The psychedelic drug breaks up all the ruminative thought processes in your brain. It literally undoes what has been done by either the stress you've been through or the depressive thoughts you have, and hugely increases the making of new connections. Then the psychotherapy session afterwards is the letting things settle down, pieces of things. It helps you to make sense of those thoughts and puts you back in the right track. We think this could be a treatment for a number of depression disorders besides major depression, including PTSD, treatment-resistant depression, obsessive-compulsive disorder, and possibly some types of substance abuse. DMT is found in several plants and is one of the active ingredients in ayahuasca, a bitter drink consumed during shamanistic rituals in South America and elsewhere. DMT is also available as a street drug in the UK, where it's classified as a Class A substance, carrying a maximum penalty of 7 years in jail for possession and life imprisonment for supply. Shit, that's pretty serious. Pretty serious. Well, watch as Boyce morphs into Joe Rogan. Yeah, no shit, man. I definitely like the idea of this. This is definitely a Joe Rogan topic. Okay. That's pretty stiff penalties. Life for being a supplier. Woo. It says the Medicines and Healthcare Products Regulatory Agency approved the trial on Monday, and Small Pharma is currently involved in discussions with the Home Office, which must also give permission because DMT is a controlled substance. The hope is that initial trial, which aims to establish the lowest dose of DMT that elicits a psychedelic experience, could begin in January. It will involve 32 healthy volunteers who have never previously taken a psychedelic drug, including ecstasy and ketamine. This will be followed by a trial of 36 patients with clinical depression. The treatment will be modeled on studies of psilocybin. There we go. The psychedelic ingredients in magic mushrooms and depression. Here, patients are brought into a clinic where they undergo a setting session during which the clinicians primes them to open their mind to the drug and ensures that they are comfortable and relaxed. Next, they are administered the drug, and once the psychedelic experience ends, the patient immediately undergoes a session of psychotherapy. The difference with DMT is that the psychedelic experience comes on faster and more intense, but is over more quickly, whereas psilocybin session takes all day. And if you're doing 2 or more of those, that's a large time commitment. A DMT session all in will probably take under 2 hours. Peter Rands, Small Pharma CEO. It says, we expect DMT to be rapid acting, equivalent of perhaps even better than psilocybin. There we go. Jesus. So within hours of a session, you will get rapid relief from your depression. We also expect the effect to be sustained over a similar time period. But yeah, I really like this idea. I've never been able to take a psychedelic. I'd like to try it. Yeah. Pedophiles only serve 6 months, but if you have ketamine, or I'm sorry, if you have DMT, you go for life. Yeah, what's up, Arizona? Yang Gang's up in here. Nice. But yeah, what's your guys' thoughts on that, man? I like the idea, especially for like treatments alongside with psychotherapy, with like counseling sessions. Because from what I've talked to other people about, is like it's almost like you're having a dream while you're alive, I guess, where you have to kind of interpret what you see. and somehow that's somehow that's good for depression. But I think it's chemically resetting people too that are just having a chemical imbalance. I believe that would help with clinical depression, uh, maybe even expand it out to bipolar disorder. But they're definitely going to be going after clinical depression and what's it called, OCD and PTSD. Yeah, for the military, for the veterans, or not even veterans, like policemen, firefighters. Yeah, high stress jobs like that. But yeah, I think it's a good idea. I hope America gets behind this and is next. Because I know Colorado just legalized magic mushrooms. I don't think they legalized DMT or ayahuasca, just the magic mushrooms, I believe. Um, hey, what's up, Nell? Yeah, yeah, stream's looking clean, brother. It is looking clean, high def, baby. And Serpent says, I don't know if I could do psychedelics. I think I'll stick to weed. No, I definitely want to try psychedelics. I definitely do. Um, but can't do it right now in my job. So if I ever get to do this full time and I don't have to worry about popping a test at my clinical job or healthcare, I would definitely be interested in checking that out. Um, but yeah, I like the idea of that being an option for people with severe depression. Um, let me go find these other articles I have here. Okay, news links. Oh, let me show you guys kind of where I'm at too on this. So this is why I oh, that's right. Yeah. Thank you, Kim. Oregon decriminalized all drugs, quote unquote drugs, which I think is going to be a really cool experiment to see statistically if crime goes down, if uh, mental health goes up. Um, if depression goes down, if alcoholism goes down, if rehab treatments go down. I just wonder about this. You know, I'm curious. I wonder if imprisonment goes down as well. Ooh, I can smell my banana bread, guys. Ooh, I should have done a live stream Chef Boyardee edition. I ain't done that in a minute, a cooking show. But yeah, I want to show you guys kind of why I always drop my Discord in here, because this is where we kind of, I'm using my Discord as a place to populate news articles. So I use this as a place to hold all my stuff. Like here's a funny one. Let's cover this one. Well, before we do that. So this is on the low, but you could do the same thing on mine, but in the low, we're going to be doing daily news. So we're using this place to drop news links for public. And if you guys see something you want to see covered, like Kaepernick's ice cream with Ben and Jerry's, that's a pretty cool article. Let's talk about that one next. So that's just a place you can go to if you want to share articles that you think that we should cover on the low, or if you'd like to see me cover it, or if you want to come on and talk about it, you can put it in the Discord links and then send me a DM and say, hey, do you mind scheduling a live stream to maybe you can schedule a live stream with me if you want to come on and talk about a certain topic that's important to you. And I'll lend out my platform to do anything you guys want to talk about what you guys want to talk about. Daniel DeCastro, what up, brother? We should cover secession. You mean like Texas? Yeah, I guess, man. They're on a trip. But let's talk about the Colin Kaepernick ice cream by Ben and Jerry's. So this is on the Black Lives Matter Reddit thread. So Ben and Jerry's and Colin Kaepernick, they change the world, WHIRLED. I like that. And 100% of the profits are going to Your Rights, Know Your Rights Camp. It's just called Your Rights Camp Twitter page, but it's called Know Your Rights. But 100% profits go to this. This is a really awesome initiative on their part. And so it's non-dairy flavor. Whoa, what did I do? Let me go back. My bad, guys. Oh, shit. There. But yeah, so it's non-dairy, vegan, frozen dessert. Let's see here. Let's zoom in on this bad boy. It has caramel with fudge chips, graham cracker swirls, and chocolate cookie swirls. Sounds good to me. I'm definitely gonna be checking that out. But 100% of proceeds goes to a nonprofit, so it's pretty cool. But we'll see here. Wait, where's the damn article? Oh, that's just a tweet. Oh shit. Let me go find that article. Oh, it's just a post. I thought they'd go more into it. Well, damn it. But yeah, that's cool. Either way. Oh, this is the only one to talk about. So let me bring up the actual article here. This is just pure gold. So Biden is going to have the entire White House East and West wings showered by disinfectant right after Trump leaves. That is a troll ass move I've ever heard of one. Oh, I don't know if you guys heard about this, where he's going to actually totally get rid of it. Oh, is Colin a vegan? I don't know. He might be. But yeah, I want to check that out, especially for the non-dairy people that can't take dairy. This is non-dairy. So, but yeah, so here we are, man. Biden's going to have the entire East and West wing shower with disinfectant after Trump leaves. This is some funny troll shit right here. So it says President-elect Joe Biden and his transition team are reportedly already making plans to ensure that the White House, which has been plagued with a series of COVID-19 infections thanks to President Trump's disregard for protective measures against the virus, is safe enough for a 78-year-old Biden to move in come January 20th. Oh, sweet Jesus. According to Politico, Biden's transition team will have the White House fully cleaned by General Services Administration staffers hours after Trump leaves the building. Good Lord. The spokesperson with the GSA told Politico that the staffers will thoroughly clean and disinfect every area of the East and West wings that people have touched, including furniture and doorknobs. A private contractor will also reportedly provide disinfectant misting services. Oh, boy. Nicole Lurie, one of Biden's COVID-19 advisors, told Politico that the operation will be the polar opposite of what you're seeing now. I think the social penalties for non-mask wearers will be great, said Lurie. Instead of people being ridiculed for wearing masks, they'll be pressured in the other direction. Trump and many current White House officials have persistently refused to wear masks, with the president flatly politicizing the importance of wearing facial coverings that prevent the spread of COVID-19. Upon returning to the White House after he was hospitalized over the virus, Trump immediately took off his mask in front of the public. Additionally, the White House has held a host of crowded indoor events. These people are fucking ridiculous. They will never learn. Never learn. Hey, Michelle, what's going on, man? It's been a minute. She wants to get rid of cooties. It needs to be done. They should do an exorcism of the whole an exorcism. The power of QAnon compels you. The power of QAnon compels you. That would be fucking funny. Yeah, man. So it's like these people are ridiculous. But yeah, let me go ahead and put this invite link in here one more time. If anybody wants to jump in and chop it up and bring up something they want to talk about, let's talk about it. Daniel, Michelle, Nell, and the other people that are in here that are just being quiet. Feel free to jump in. There's the link, and we'll chop it up. What's his name? Daniel was talking about secession. I don't really pay attention to those too much myself. There he is.
Oh, hey, what's going on, buddy?
Up, brother?
I'm chilling, man. How are you?
All right, man. But like you want to talk about secession?
Oh my God, dude! I'm having conversations left and right about it.
About Texas?
Yeah, you saw the article I put up on Facebook?
Yeah, I saw the article about Texas. It's silly.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, ultimately, ideally, you wouldn't want to go through that. But the problem is, there's too much getting in the way on their end. They're spreading too much information that's false, too much propaganda. They're not able to hold a rational discussion.
No.
They don't care if you're right. They don't care if you're wrong. They just don't care what we think. If we're liberal, we support Biden. They're shutting their brains down on us. It's done. It's like they're a bunch of zombies. So they want to secede. A lot of them hold the sentiment. About 48%, the last time I checked on this, the poll that they did of how many Texans would like to secede. 48% of the Republican Texans would want to secede. That's a big number. Even though it's a big number.
Let's think about this. I say we entertain the idea for a second, right? So let's say Texas secedes. Now we're going to build a fucking wall. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't think so. I don't think that would be necessary. I think we could make this very amicable, very, very cordial, process, because I mean, I don't want to see them not get their way. I want them to be happy. They believe in their laws. They believe in their way of life. They're pro-life. They want guns. They want their gun. No problem. I have no problem with the guns thing. I also support gun control, but or gun laws. I don't care. But as far as women's rights, being pro-science, they don't want anything to do with science. They want to make sure women can't get abortions. They want to make sure that white people power position themselves as the dominant culture. I mean, you have people like Jared Taylor talking about, oh, Trump is exactly what we need in order to make sure we get whiteness back.
Yeah, well, here's the thing, though.
I would love them to have their dominant culture. No problem. Take Texas. No problem. I'm happy giving it to you. I have no problem with you having your own country, your own laws, your own rules. As an atheist, that would actually mean opportunity for us as secularists. If there was a secession, we would see more atheists in positions of power, because now we have
not in Texas.
I know, we wouldn't need them.
But here's the thing nobody's thinking about. To secede means you give up citizenship.
Yeah.
So now you don't have health care.
Yeah.
Period. Now you don't have access to Social Security you paid into the system your entire life for. You don't get Social Security. The military is not there to defend you. And you have to defend your own borders.
I think the secession that I have in mind is more of one where they would keep the military that would like to remain.
Oh, I'm sure they'd love to. They'd love to, but fuck them.
But the military should have its right to choose who they wish to.
Where the hell does that say that at?
I know. It
doesn't say that anywhere.
I know that, but if you're going to have a peaceful and rational transition or secession, there needs to be a consideration for that. It's not going to be a good, popular idea. Do I think it's going to happen? No.
But
if it will happen, I think it should happen that way, because they should have.
It's a fun thought, though. Like, to me, the threat. This is a threat.
Yeah.
Threatening secession. Well, then, bitch, we gonna threaten you back. You're on your own. Bitch, we ain't gonna play nice. You're threatening to secede.
Right.
And you're threatening all your people.
They're gonna have to.
But you have to give people a reason to fucking leave too, because Austin, Texas is going to be a fucking ghost town.
Right.
Dallas, Houston, San Antonio.
Yeah, definitely be a ghost town.
The big cities are going to fucking leave, man. So then who are you left with? A bunch of fucking radical whack jobs. They shouldn't get the whole state. Fuck that. Texas belongs to us. That's our country. You know what I'm saying? I take possession of that. Fuck that noise.
Yo.
They don't
by the way, hello. Say hi.
Oh, sorry. Is there kids around?
No. It's okay, man.
I don't be cussing like crazy.
We're all about cursing and fucking beer and shit.
Yeah, I get fired up, man. But they're not thinking any farther than the tip of their nose and the tips of their greedy little paws to say, well, I don't like what you're doing. We're going to secede.
Yeah.
Now, how about this? Now, would they entertain the idea of California seceding when Trump won? This country would be flat out fucked financially. Think about it.
No, if they were to secede, they'd be in trouble. My thinking is, you know what? They're so knee deep in Trump's asshole that maybe they should learn the hard way. I don't know how else to get across to them. Maybe they need to see what it's like to actually secede. So I'm thinking in my head, like, let's give them that. Let's grant them that. Let's see how they feel when they realize that the majority of the services and the majority of the taxes that we in the blue states pay actually go to a lot of their welfare services, a lot of their government funded programs and stuff. I mean, they're highly dependent on the taxes that we pay here in New York and California and stuff.
Yeah,
I think
but
they
I
need to
don't want.
see that we're actually paying into that a lot, and they don't really appreciate any of that.
But for me, I would never give them validity to even entertain the argument. I'd be like, you guys are fucking stupid. Now daddy's got to step in and protect you from your dumbass self is what it comes. Now you need the big daddy like Trump to take over.
Dude, I'm with you on that. If I'm totally with you on that. The thing is, I don't think it's going to get across to them.
No, nothing is getting across. It's very obvious. We have, what was it, like 40% of people think that that there was voter fraud, widespread, rampant voter fraud. And there's been very few cases of fraud, which is always some cases of fraud because people try to get away with shit here and there, but nothing like 100 or even 1,000. Low enough 300,000. Just like when that lady was in Michigan testifying, that led to so far off. It's off by 100,000.
Yeah, that was epic, man.
So dumb, and that was their star witness.
Awesome.
And Rudy sharted while he was talking.
I don't know, I don't know what to do, man. I really don't. Like, that whole secession idea is just, I don't know, bro. I'm going through the motions. Like, what can we do at this point?
To me, these people acting like little bitches. Talk about secession is just like little children who are spoiled, getting their way for 4 years. Now they're being told no. They're going to throw a temper tantrum. I'm taking my ball and I'm leaving. Man, fuck you, little punk. I'll get my own ball. You know, that's how I feel. Like, fuck you guys.
Yeah.
You know, like of course it'll never happen, but it is a fun little thought experiment because when it really comes down to it, you lose the military, you lose Medicare, you lose Medicaid.
No, they would. I think they're having the conversation, including maybe just goading them with the idea or the thought of secession will get people to talk about these things, and they'll start to realize maybe through the conversations they see, like the one that we're having now, that maybe they should kind of ease up on their ignorance, because if there is a secession, they would be hurt. They'd be the ones suffering the most, without a doubt.
Yeah,
I would be willing to realize that we're all in this together. If they don't realize that shit, they're going to continue their Trumpism, and it's not going to be good for anybody.
Yeah, I might have to go on Twitter or Facebook and throw that out there and be like, is anybody from Texas that's willing to talk about this secession daydream you guys got going? Yeah. People are asking, what kind of wine are you drinking?
It's called Chateau Bellevue Figo. It is a Grand Vin de Bordeaux. Bordeaux.
Huh? Okay, my oven's beeping for my banana bread. I'll be right back. Keep them entertained.
Please leave me out. Okay. Yeah, I can't. So happy holidays, everybody. I hope you're gonna have a happy winter solstice. You know, we're just spending time here today. I just got back from work maybe about an hour ago. My beautiful lady, Ketsy, she brought pizza for dinner for all of us.
And making gingerbread houses.
Yep, making gingerbread houses and just being an awesome family.
Look at that beautiful. This is a dark chocolate banana bread.
Ooh.
That sounds good.
Oh my God, it smells so good. Chef Boy Sardi's in the house.
Yeah, that's right. Chef Boy Sardi. I plan on writing a theme for Boyce's podcast by January. I hope that once this whole thing settles down, I'll be able to have some time to sit down after the holiday season because it's very busy at work right now. So when I get home, I'm exhausted. But my plan is to write that theme come January and see if we get something nice. I'm working on making it good. Listen, if it makes it, great. If not, I just got to go back to the drawing board. But that's the next plan in my folio here. So.
Yeah, I can't drink wine, man. I've never found a wine I really liked. You know, they all kind of. I don't like dry drinks and shit. So
we prefer the dry reds.
We prefer. Well, she's a dry fan. I'm more of a tart, semi-dry. More like a Canadau di Sardinia. You know, that kind of. If you know wines.
Nope.
But Chianti.
Oh yeah.
As far as sweets go and tarts, I love Rieslings from Mosel, Germany, which is very nice. The white wine's very good. So you might like that.
Sweet for me.
Riesling, you might like. Boys.
I've tried them all.
You tried Riesling?
Yeah, my girlfriend's she likes wine, so I take her. Like in Michigan, we're wine country.
Oh,
we really got we got about probably like 20 something wineries in Southwest Michigan alone.
Oh, nice.
And so I take her to tastings. I just sit there and just chill. Or sometimes I'll have like draft beers. I'll buy a beer and sit there and just hang out with her and just shoot the shit.
Hey, we're beer fans here too.
I
big IPA fan. Huge.
See, I'm a fan of dark beer.
Okay, I like that. That's my thing.
I'm not a fan of stouts.
Yeah, the stouts are my thing. I like the stouts. Yep, absolutely.
Let's see. Ryan says pizza mukbang. What the heck is that?
Oh, a pizza mukbang.
I don't know.
Yep.
And she says, Michelle says she prefers robust dry.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm with her.
I can't fuck with the dry stuff.
What's her name? I'm sorry.
That's Michelle.
Michelle. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yep. And my girlfriend. Yeah, my girlfriend can only drink the sweets.
Oh wow! If I'm gonna do sweets, it's gonna be like for a dessert wine. Like my favorite sweet spirit is like an amaretto. I like amaretto on the rocks, and I'm getting into ports now. So
see, the sweetest I'll go is like a port.
Okay. Yeah. Recently, I bought a bottle of a 20-year aged tawny port from Portugal. That's their thing. And
you ever heard of Tabor Hill Demisec?
No. What is that?
That's a really good local brand here, but it's actually like Obama brought it to the White House. He liked it so much.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because Obama's got people in Chicago and they come to Michigan for wines, you know. And there's a big one called Tabor Hill Winery. It's a really good one. They got a Demisec red, and a Demisec white.
Oh,
the white's sweeter. And then like what else? Demisec. And they have another one called like Starry, which is kind of a sweeter one too. But yeah, I just can't. I just cannot drink the stuff, man. I just like my beer or like a rum and coke. Keep it simple. But yeah, now I'm gonna try and do a little weight loss situation here. I gotta cut back a little bit, man. I gotta get my shit together.
Same.
I can't keep rocking this dad bod, god damn it.
Yeah, we can't.
I don't care. I don't care what the kids say on TikTok. You know, like dad bod is not for me, man.
That's
like
sometimes.
Let me think. 10 years ago, I was probably like 200 even. Now I'm 215.
Okay.
10 years before that, what do you think? 10 years ago, 15 years. So 15 years ago, I ran a marathon.
Yeah.
When I turned 30 to kind of prove a point to myself, and just did it. And I was like 165, 170. Lean.
Wow.
Lean.
I'm 175 now.
You're 175?
Mm-hmm.
Shit, man. How tall are you?
5'9".
Okay, we're the same height.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I don't know how you do it. I'm not very disciplined.
I'm not going to say how I do it on your podcast unless you're okay with that.
Uh-oh. You're going to make the lady blush.
There you go. Yeah. Hey, facts.
Michelle says, try a Spanish wine called Evil Dia. It's one of her favorites. Smooth.
All right.
Called what?
Evil Dia. What is it? Argentinian? Spanish?
Spanish, yeah.
Oh, Spanish. Very good. Yeah, I'll check it out.
But yeah, I think I'm gonna go online. I'll ask people if they want to come talk about it in favor of session and see if anybody wants to. Actually, I'll do it right fucking now.
Yeah, cool. Let's do it. Three.
If anybody's interested.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I admit I'm a little bit concerned about certain aspects of like how to flush out the tiny little details, the micro details of secession, because there's obviously a lot of things that could go unnoticed that might occur that no one planned for. That or no one really thought critically enough about should such a thing happen. I mean,
Well, that whole Texas lawsuit got dropped so quick, it wasn't even a joke.
yeah, I
It's
mean,
so dumb.
Because it's all a joke.
It is all a joke, and I wonder if he's doing that on purpose just to make people start talking about secession because he wants to tear everything apart. It could be that. I mean, listen, if it did, he's successful at it because, I mean, the problem is
he doesn't believe in it.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure, and the problem is his followers actually really believe everything, and so they're chanting all of this in real time, in real life. You know, like we're in our own bubble, he's in his own bubble, but in our bubble, we deal with the consequences of his actions from his supporters. So of course it's going to drive us to think, those of us who don't want to deal with that anymore. Okay, you want to secede? Go for it. This is what even my own stepdad, who's a PhD in philosophy from Milan University, also thinks, you know what, I entertained the thought, and quite honestly, yeah, I'd be for it too. Why the hell not? Yes, the details are, to be flushed out, but the sentiment is out there, on both
let's think about what causes war. And we can reverse engineer this thing back into it. It's not a good idea.
Right.
Why do we go to war? It's always over resources.
Right.
And Texas has resources that our country will not let go lightly.
Right.
Oil.
I had a discussion with somebody about this, and I said, well, we're losing our dependence little by little, if you think about it, on oil. And if I imagined what a secession would look like on our end in the north, we would have the majority of the scientists. We'd have the brains that can come up with solutions like EV cars or solar power, hydroelectric, renewable energy sources. We'd be more about that.
Things that probably
they wouldn't care about that. Things that
juggernauts won't
exactly, like things we've already come up with, but the juggernauts won't have. Exactly. Right. We would have that, and we'd welcome that kind of a thing. So we probably wouldn't be dependent on fossil fuel.
The only way that works is if all the idiots from all the other states go to Texas too.
Yeah.
You need a concentration of morons, like a massive exit. I call them maggots.
They can have, between me and you, like, I wasn't really concerned about that, and definitely the thought crossed my mind. You're right. But I'm not concerned about that, because
there's a whole bunch of Michigan's gonna have half people disappear because these people are fucking ridiculous, up crazy up here. Trump sycophants, and I'm like, seriously? They said Trump didn't lose. I'm like,
right,
but there's an L on his record,
right?
Another L on his record, technically. He's a fucking world-class loser, as far as I'm concerned.
Hey, listen, I got to give the man credit. He managed to brainwash a shitload of people, man.
Yeah,
I think he did a better job than Genghis Khan.
Well,
which is crazy. But
Hitler did it. Mao did it.
Yeah,
you know, with force, a little more brutal force, of course, with Mao and stuff like that. They just killed everyone to make them believe.
That's what's impressive about Trump. He did it without being violent.
Well,
so interesting.
If he could, he would.
Oh yeah. But he didn't need to.
Yeah, if he could, he would. He can't.
He was smart enough to find that there was an opportunity to do it, and that was it.
That the ones that are dumb enough would believe.
Right.
It's not like he's super smart either. Let's not make him pinky in the brain.
I sometimes give people too much credit for their intelligence or their
This dude falls into shit.
I'm just trying to make the Trumpers feel like, I'm being fair, which I am. I'm trying to be fair. I'm trying to give them credit.
I'm not gonna be fair with. I'm not gonna like. You can't logic someone out of an illogical stance, really. When they don't listen to reason, when it comes out, it's just crazy. So already it says,
looks like
they advocate humanity, yet let people die with all the taxes. Let people die. If you can rephrase that, that would help. I don't understand what you mean by that.
Oh, he means that they're pro-life, but they're okay with
just killing anyone that
disagrees with what they say.
No, but he's saying people die with all the taxes. I don't understand that mean.
Well, he's talking about like I think pro-life. That's their advocacy for humanity, but then they do other things that contradict that goal of being humane.
Oh, they said take money. Why take money from people's pockets and give it back to them with UBI?
Oh, okay, that's a good question. Maybe you can chime in on that there, you boys.
Why take money from people's pockets and give it back to them with UBI? Are you saying why take it or why give it back? So there's two ways this could go. Do you have a problem with the taking part, or do you have a problem with the giving back part? Yeah.
I think it's taking money from the corporations that don't pay anything, don't pay their fair share.
Yeah.
That's ultimately what the UBI movement is about.
Yeah. Well, for me, like when I have conservative people push back on universal basic income and they say it makes people lazy, it'll blah, 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 the whole thing. And I'm like, so a universal basic income is really just a tax return every month instead of once a year.
Yeah.
Do dividends make stock investors lazy?
Yeah, some people get $6,000-$7,000 a year in taxes and federal income tax returns. And do they quit their job?
No.
Nope.
No. Like Andrew Yang said, do dividends make investors lazy? No.
I had a good raise at my job. All it made me is more productive.
That's all a Republican talking point, because they don't want to, because they know the ones who would benefit.
No, but some Democrats think the same.
I know, yeah, but it's mostly these guys. Anyway.
It says, no, like taking it with taxes to fund UBI.
There would be taxes on the corporations that don't pay taxes as it is.
Well, and I think this person doesn't understand what a VAT really does. It's a consumption tax. So if you have less resources, you're not going to pay more in taxes. You'll pay the least amount in taxes because the things you consume aren't taxable under a VAT. Hey, here we go. What's up, brother?
Hey, how's it going, boys?
Good. Should be homeless. Yeah, so I don't think this person really understands what the hell's going on. That's a silly point. They're already taking our taxes out of our pockets, willy-nilly. And it's almost like a life insurance company. Our government is almost like life insurance companies. They take as much money as they can and give back as little as possible. And that's their business. And that's kind of where we're at now, where they're saying, okay, we're going to tax you at this. Like my taxes worked out to be like, I think mine was 18% in 2019 tax season. It was like 18%. It's pretty high for a father of four, if you ask me. A single father of four, single head of house. But yet the corporations are treated as people, as individuals politically, and tax deductions, but yet when it comes to taxes, they have special taxes just for them. You know, like teachers can't write off pencils and supplies for the classrooms, but the corporations can.
That's
so there's a lot of favoritism going on there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think, boys, I think he's trying to be one of those people that's out there saying that, you know, instead of paying everybody back with UBI, just drop everybody's taxes. But I mean, that doesn't work, because I mean, not all the money that's being taken out in taxes is coming back as UBI. Some of that's still being used for public good, you know, paying to keep these programs running, paying to keep our roads going, right, all sorts of stuff like that. So I mean, it's not like they're taking the money away and then redistributing it as a UBI. It's being used for multiple things. Although instead of taking that overage and putting it into the government's coffers or into the military budget, take that money and give it back to the people.
Amazon should be paying taxes. Facebook should be paying taxes. Uber should be paying taxes.
I don't know if you guys can hear in the background, but
yeah, I heard that about
Uber should be paying taxes.
Yeah, I'm trying to get your point on that. Why shouldn't Facebook pay taxes?
No, they should be.
Oh, they should be. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, maybe it's the pizza in my throat.
That's where UBI would be coming from.
Yeah, that's what the UBI would be funded by. You know,
mostly
taxing these big
juggernauts that don't
pay anything.
Right, and that's where Andrew's idea of, you know, paying us for our data also comes in too, because not only should Facebook be paying their fair share of taxes, but they should also be paying us for the profit that they're making off of all of our metadata.
Yeah, right. Data for sure.
With UBI, we're getting our cut for our information.
Right. On the same page.
Absolutely.
This is actually something I've been looking into. I actually started LLC, And I'm gonna try really hard to be really fucking entrepreneurial with my spending in 2021. So the hard part is, like, I have an LLC and I can say it's called Mindful Skeptics Productions. So I'm gonna sell the math hats and put the podcast underneath it, like as an umbrella. And so then I start writing off the expenditures for paying for Adobe Premiere every month. That's
cool.
That's $60 a month.
Yeah.
This service for StreamYard's $50 a month.
Mm-hmm.
My podcast thing hosting is 20-something bucks a month. Let's see what else I pay for out of my pocket every fucking month. This music, for intro music and outro music and stuff like that, I found one that's a decent price. I paid a flat fee, nice and easy, that I've done for my intro outro videos. It was super easy. What else have I paid for? Well, plus if I go on the road again, those can be business tax deductions for the LLC. So if I fly I'm not going to fly to Atlanta this year. It's just not happening. Not with COVID and shit and my job, man. I can't leave and come back and be quarantined for 2 weeks and not get paid. But in the future, I could write off expenses. Equipment purchases can be investments in my business, and write all that shit off.
Nice.
And eventually, I can kind of project what that tipping point is when I can quit my job and do this shit full time. It is nowhere in the future that I see right now, but I think if we get the trickle up going and the daily news going, and we can actually get a revenue stream there, I think I might be able to, but not until then. It's gonna be another at least couple of years if I even think about it. But that's my dream, man. Just become self-employed and go wherever the hell I want when I want, because it's in my business's best interest. And it's in our best interest as the Yang Gang to go do shit, and so I'm hoping that that's something I can do. Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, my LLC is a sole proprietorship. Yep. And so then, like, I have a home care car, like a company vehicle, and so I pay nothing for vehicles. But if I buy a vehicle, I'm gonna buy it in the LLC's name. It's not gonna be in my name, and that way, that's a tax deduction for the gas, for the maintenance, for the insurance, tax, titles, registration, all that's deductible. And setting up a LLC is really not expensive an endeavor.
I used to be part of the infidel guy community with Reginald Finley. I think we talked about this before, and he made some decent money doing his podcast on like free thought and stuff. And the way he did it was we can't do that now because of YouTube. It's a killer. In his day, YouTube wasn't out there where you had you could have paid subscribers and it would be more lucrative. But since YouTube came up, it just became saturated. The whole podcast thing became saturated, and now it's like difficult for anyone to focus on any one particular media subset. So now all over the place. So there's he did it that way. He's actually started by charging a gold membership fee for people who wanted access to his content on a more transparent basis. Like he would give access to regular users for the latest show, maybe the previous week's show, but he wouldn't give access to all the previous other week's shows. But that's where if you became a gold member, you could have access. And he had a website where on his website, he would have like games you can play, things like, it was so interesting what he did. And it made it like have access to message boards, have access to the top, like people in the community. Because then you can have conversations with some of the more higher ups, the admins and stuff like that. He did some interesting things there, but it's not possible to do that kind of thing now.
Well, like that's what Sam Harris did because
he did the same thing.
He said, I'm not gonna let YouTube and Google determine my outcomes of what I say.
Yeah, he does that by putting on Patreon.
Yeah, he goes, I'm going 100% on Patreon, and I'm gonna go behind a paywall because that's the only way I can do it.
Yeah, and Reggie though, he didn't have any of that like clout. He was just a regular everyday guy. He just happened to be a black. His biggest thing though, I gotta say, that gave him that unique identity was that he was one of the very few black atheists out there. Like at the time, this was like 99. and most blacks were considered like very highly religious. So to see a black atheist was just like, oh my God, that's amazing. You're a black atheist. Holy shit. That's like really rare. And he kind of used that. That helped him a lot too. He gained a lot of followers that way.
Well, yeah, if you're underrepresented and you represent, you really get pushed up the ladder pretty quickly.
Yeah, it's crazy how that
well, it's kind of like politically, people do that too. There's Republicans that are moderate and Democrats that are moderate. They get a little more uptick because they can reach other ways, you know. And I'm trying to think of what's that guy's name, James Baldwin. Back in the 60s, he moved to England. He was a African American activist, and he said he didn't feel safe here. He's getting death threat. He goes, "Fuck the United States, I'm going to England." And he's got that documentary.
Yeah.
What did it say? It's like, "I'm Not Your Negro" or "Not Your Negro." It's like a documentary on Netflix about him. Really, really good. This guy was leagues ahead of his time. This is back in black and white, man. So, you know, late 50s, 60s. This guy was really good. But if you don't know who he is, you'll definitely be you'll recognize his talking points and you'll hear his voice. You'll know who he is once you see him. But he's unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm sure.
What are you talking about, boys?
James Baldwin.
Oh, okay.
James? Shit. See, now I'm doubting myself. Let me look this up. I think it's James Baldwin.
All right. Yeah, I don't think I've heard of him.
Yep, there he is. Yeah, I'll show you guys. Let me go screen share, remove that, and I'll show you guys. Oh boy.
Oh, that's cool.
Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Oh shit, that didn't work. I have to go back out. Yeah. So this is James Baldwin here. He's very, very famous. Yeah, he's a novelist, and he's a big time activist, and yeah, very, very good. And I'll try and look up like some of these videos. I can't show them because oh yes, I Am Not Your Negro. And he moved to England.
I know that title. I didn't know the author behind it.
Yeah. But the dude is, sorry. He is super legit, man. That he just way ahead of his time.
You just made me think. I mean, that just set me off on something. Do you think that Yang is being given the cold shoulder by Biden? I don't see him having announced Yang as any part of his cabinet yet.
I don't think he'll be part of the cabinet. Look at who he has there. These are Biden and Obama and Clinton loyalists.
Yep.
There's no room for him. He's not get invited to the big boy table. He'll be a consultant or an advisor. That's about it. So like some entrepreneurial bullshit or some tech bullshit. Just some stupid carrot. He should double down on the Yang Speaks. He should double down on Humanity Forward and make a national brand, not just New York City, me personally.
Right.
That's how I see it.
It sucks.
Yeah. I think New York.
Hey, boys, have you jumped onto any of Russell's live streams lately? He's been talking about the whole mayoral run.
Oh, yeah. Russell Yang Gang.
Yeah.
I was busy working yesterday or today when he had that live stream earlier today about that. Or was it yesterday?
Yeah, that was yesterday.
It was yesterday.
I just barely caught it.
Yeah, I didn't catch it. Yeah, I've been busy, man. Me and a couple of people are working on starting a Michigan Humanity Forward chapter. And Nels helped me make a logo. Man, let me show you guys. Shit. Let me show you what we've been up to. God damn.
What are you smoking while we're waiting for him to do that? What are you smoking?
This is just cigarette.
What kind? Marlboro, Newport?
Yeah, Marlboro menthol gold.
I like the Marlboro blacks every now and then. Those are smooth.
Yeah, Yeah, I keep telling myself I need to quit, but just never find the time to do so.
Yeah, it's okay. It's good stuff, man. I'm a cigar guy, though. I do smoke the occasional cigar.
So
yes, boys, find the time.
Yes. So here's the humanity.
In other words, the time where people aren't pissing me off so bad that I can't stand it and grab for a cigarette anyways.
Then you're gonna die with a cigarette in your mouth. But yeah, guys, check it out. This is our Humanity Forward Michigan logo.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
And Nell
that's nice.
Here, he helped me. Well, he did it. I just gave him the idea I had, and he put it all together. But I like the idea of the wave starts here. The blue waves come crashing down.
Nice.
We are going to be the ones right here.
Very cool.
But yeah, we're going to start a Humanity Forward chapter in Michigan. We're going to start getting people involved to get them back activated and doing shit. But yeah, I think we got the coolest logo out of all of them, personally. That's pretty fucking sweet. But yeah, that's what I've been up to.
No bias at all, anything, right?
What's that? The logo for Connecticut Humanity. That'd be cool.
So where do you live at? What's your name again, sir? I can't remember your real name.
Sean, and I'm down in Georgia.
Georgia, that's right. Right.
I'm dealing with all the election runoff fun.
Have you ran into any Yang Gang down there now that they're coming to Georgia?
No, not yet. I honestly, I've been so busy with work, I'm barely keeping up with the news right now.
Mm-hmm.
What county are you from?
Cobb.
My Ketsi was from McDonough. She lived there for a few years.
Right. Okay.
Very cool. What do you think about the race going on there? You think what are you guys see any early polls? See what's going on there? What do you think?
Well, I'm kind of out right along the lines of Paulding County, so I'm in a little bit more of a rural area, and I see a ton of Trump support here still. So I'm thinking a lot of them are still going to swing towards Loeffler and Perdue. We've had the Trump trains out here at our local Walmart and everything else. I mean, unfortunately, we're not in one of the more educated areas of the state. So.
Oh man, I can only imagine.
Is that what it's about, though? I mean, ultimately, is it about the education? You think? What is it about the education? That's actually problem. Is it something to do with the Georgia education system? You think, or just general?
Well, I don't know. I didn't grow up here. I'm from Ohio originally, so I couldn't tell you about the education system. Okay. Yeah, I hear you, boys. Don't worry, I still root for Michigan, though. So. But I can't tell you a whole lot about the education system. My youngest boy, we're homeschooling him. One of my stepkids did end up in one of the local schools here, and I can tell you it was not a good situation. So, I mean, there may be some merit to the education system being part of the problem here. But in general, to answer your question, though, the education thing, it's important just because just trying to figure out the truth from fiction, you need to be able to put a little thought in that. You need to have critical thinking skills. And if you're not being taught those, then you're going to buy just about anything that you're being sold. So that's why I go back to education.
That's true. I think another thing that I've noticed as well with respect to like the importance of being educated, the sense of why one should be educated is not often discussed. And I noticed that a lot of the media is quick to point out oftentimes the irrationality of a Trump supporter. But we never really talk about or see them talk about why it's bad to be irrational. And I think that this is missing from the discourse. Like, why is it bad to be irrational? Do you ever see anybody talking about this in any way, shape, or form? Or is it just me?
I haven't. I mean, yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, it's left to you're being irrational and there's no explanation why. That's one of the arguments I keep making on some of the Pac-Man videos and Secular Report and stuff like that, or actually Bo was one of them that I went after here recently, Bo of the Fifth Column. Mm-hmm. He did a video about a week or two ago, basically saying, he's not going to deal with the Trump supporters. Anybody that's a Trump supporter needs to stay out of his life. I mean, that was pretty much the position he took. And, I'm taking more of the Yang position. It's the same position I had even before I ever heard of Andrew. These people voted for Trump for a reason. I can see the reason why they supported him. They bought into his BS that he was going to drain the swamp and all this other stuff. You know, they bought this facade that he put up, that he was the everyday common man that was going to support and represent them. I get why they voted for him. Right. I don't completely understand why they still support him, other than it's becoming a cult-like mindset. But even then, we still have to talk to them and, you know, try to determine why the majority of these people are still supporting his ideas and him in general, and see if we can meet them in the middle of the road somewhere and back them back out of that. You know, just like any other cult mindset, you're not going to just snap somebody out of it and, you know, take them away from the situation and the cult mindset is going to disappear. You've got to figure out how they got there in the first place and back them back out of it again. Start showing them the truth on their terms. They can't be on your terms because they won't accept it on your terms.
Well, here's the problem with that, though. Well, here's the ground we're standing on, right? And I feel like I'm center in the middle somewhere, right? But the conservative party used to be on the right edge, but these people that still support Trump after he lost the election and deny facts and reality, they're over here like fucking Wile E. Coyote. I don't feel like we can meet these fuckers in the middle.
Oh, no. You're not going to get the craziest of them, but look at that distance you just covered in between there. There's a lot of people in that gap.
Yeah, but
those are the people we need to reach out to.
But those are the people that are like, okay, Trump, it's over, moving on. They're not the vocal majority of these idiots or minority idiots. No.
Some of them are, a lot of them are, but there's some people that are still kind of hanging on that edge, and you know, they're a couple of days of being removed from OAN and Newsmax away from coming back to their senses again. You know, it's kind of like a drug hit. You know, if they're only consuming OAN and Newsmax on a daily basis, they're going to keep pumping it up. And a lot of those people, if you just remove them from that BS for just a few days, a few weeks, whatever, and, you know, force them to deal with reality again instead of this made up, you know, fantasy that Trump has surrounding him, we can pull those people back too. The people on the extreme edges, you're right. I mean, there's no way those people are ever coming back. They're going to buy whatever they're told. These are the people that we have to worry about getting violent and things like that. There's not a whole lot we can do about them other than just watch them and make sure they don't hurt themselves or somebody else. But all those people in the middle, though, they're fair game to try and get, you know, pull back to their senses again.
Yeah. Well, it's going to take some time to filter those people out. It really is.
Oh yeah, that's the biggest thing. I mean, it took us 4 years to get here. It's going to take us some time to get back away from here again.
But I think that's why Bo is saying is like right now, I don't have the energy to even engage with you fucking morons. You know, which I don't blame him for wanting to distance himself from mental stress, because it's like I had someone on Twitter just a little while ago tag me. What the hell did it say? Like tagged me and only me, which is weird. Where'd it go? This guy was funny. Patriot 483, whatever the hell that means. It says, at Mindful Skeptics, I'll be honest, being pro-choice is not pro-humanity at all. Yang gang sucks. Why me? What the fuck? There's billions of people on the fucking thing. Why are you fucking with me?
Yeah, I would actually tell the guy, listen, I mean, the fact that people are pro-choice is because they recognize that men who are out there to take advantage of women can really wedlock them into a situation where you can impregnate them, and then they have no recourse to get rid of the child they've been impregnated with.
No, I would love to invite someone with this type of approach on.
My father did that to my mother.
They don't got the bone, they don't got the balls to show up here and actually have a literal debate. Because, first of all, I would take down the premise of pro-choice actually being pro anything. It's only pro-birth.
Right.
Once you're born, fuck you. Hope you were born by an American mother or you're fucked. We're going to get rid of your ass. Or if you're born poor, good luck, you know.
Right.
I have daughters, and I'll tell you what, I will fight to the fucking death. You will not take away my children's rights to their own bodies' sovereignty. And the bottom line, that is humanity first, giving people choices and autonomy. Taking away autonomy is the opposite of humanity.
I think they also understand consciousness on a different level than we do. Like, you know,
well, I don't know about understand, but yeah, I know what you mean. They have different claims.
Yeah, they have different perspective on it. You know,
yeah.
So they feel like maybe by the time you're in the womb at the 6th month or something like that, that you're already aware and conscious, able to feel everything. But that's not how abortion works.
Well, and 90% of abortions happen within the first 6 weeks.
Right. Correct.
8 at the latest is typical. 6 to 8 weeks is a typical abortion. You find out you're pregnant, you're like, oh, fuck me. I'm out. Boom, it's done. And again, yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, Daniel already hit on the best argument to that. And that, that's basically, you only care about the baby until it's born. And then once it's born, you don't care anymore.
Yeah.
You cannot call yourself pro-life until you give a shit about that baby from the time it's born to the time it dies.
Right.
As hopefully an old man or woman, whatever, if you can't claim to care from that point forward, you're not pro-life.
Well, to me, it's intellectually dishonest and some serious mental gymnastics to say you're pro-life, aka you support all life, but yet you support the death penalty. I mean,
that's
get the
another
fuck
good
out.
argument. Yeah,
Dumb shit. Don't give me that bullshit. That's so dumb. Texas just executed another person with mentally ill.
See that
was yesterday.
That is belief in free will. That's what I talk about in all of my other posts.
Yeah.
Is precisely why belief in free will is dangerous. Exactly, because how did that person choose to be mentally handicapped? Come on, I didn't even get me started.
Don't call it abortion, call it freedom wounds.
Oh my God.
Oh shit. But yeah, I've actually debated several people on abortion, and it's simple. I'm not pro-abortion. I'm pro-human.
Yeah, correct. Nobody is. Nobody wants to have an abortion. You think that these people want to have? No, they don't. I had to have an abortion, but did I really want it? No. I just understood that it wasn't the time for. And then both families were involved, and it wasn't the time for us. And it was a major decision for both families. Like, are you guys ready to really raise this kid? No, we weren't. We didn't have our career. That it would have been really bad for that child. It wouldn't have been good.
Well, here's the thing. People also, they say, well, you could be killing the next Albert Einstein. I was like, or Jeffrey fucking Dahmer. So whatever. Like, don't give me this, everything's peachy. That could be a fucking psychopath. And it doesn't matter because it's not a human. It's a fucking zygote. It's a collection of cells. And I've had another argument with people where I'll bring up 5 or 4 pictures of zygotes, if you will, in staging at the same time. But it's 4 different animals: a human, a primate, a giraffe, and a shark. Right? And they all look the fucking same at about 10 weeks. Like 8 to 10 weeks. They get the bulbs. It might not be 10 weeks. It might be 6 to 8 weeks, somewhere in there. But about the time of abortions or typical is about that. I think it's 8 weeks. But you have little buds. Yeah, and everybody has a tail. The heads are bulbous, and the eyes are these weird little fucking things at the end, right? Yeah. You can't tell a human from a shark. If it's a vertebrate, let's put it that way, you can't tell a difference. And they're like, I'm like, which one's a human? Which one did you kill somebody over?
I actually also
the death over, aborting. It's ridiculous.
While I'm not the biggest fan of antinatalism, they also propose some, I guess, positions in their stance that also justify why it's not a great idea to bring a child into the world when you're not ready to take care of it.
Well, and Waterstream actually brings a good point. If you want to cut down on abortions, increase funding.
Yeah, I was just going to say, they were responding to Andrew Yang for Prez, and he says push policies that make abortion less needed. UBI would stop more abortions than any other policy.
Yeah,
and again, that goes back to the same argument I was making a minute ago. If you cared about life, then you would support life beyond birth, and there would be less need for people to have abortions. If you support education, there's better resources for safe sex. There's less scrutiny on it. There's less embarrassment behind talking about it. And therefore there will be less pregnancies because people will be able to talk openly about these things. Yeah. I mean, there's lots of solutions here that make abortion go away without making abortion, well, not go away, but lessen abortion without making abortion illegal.
Right.
Well, and that's the thing though. Like I always tell people, if I were elected president of the United States, I don't want to take away anyone's rights, period, because you shouldn't. It's the Constitution. It's not yours to give or take away, first of all. But even if I don't agree with it, it's still the law. Like, I'm an atheist. I would still support freedom of religion, but I'd also support freedom from religion.
Right.
You know, that's the only difference. I would say get that shit out of the schools, keep it out of the schools and the public places, and the churches pay your taxes or shut the fuck up.
Yes, exactly.
That's the thing. Churches right now are literally having these revivals, shamanana ding dong bullshit, you know, about exorcising the demons. It's fucking hilarious, right? But they're talking about Trump specifically. That is illegal, and you should lose your 403 standing.
Right.
You can't do
I wish the IRS would start going after these churches, especially these mega churches that are openly proselytizing politics.
Right.
You know, on TV, on YouTube, on, you know, their own, you know, mega websites and everything else. The IRS needs to go after them. That is a direct violation of their 403 status.
Interesting. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Oh man, good tongue, son. Yeah, I grew up in that shit, bro. I used to get a whipping because of that stuff. Let me tell you, they'd bring that offering plate. I'd go shake them high, pass it on by, you know, get smacked. Yeah, my grandma's a Pentecostal preacher, man, a fundamentalist, and she literally thought she could talk in tongues and a tongue she don't know about and some bullshit like that. And I'm like,
glossolalia?
What's that?
Is that called glossolalia? Is that what it is?
Yeah, they're just making shit up. I call it fucking seizure of the mouth. The absence of brains is what makes a seizure of the mouth happens. It's ridiculous saying that someone that struggles with the English language as their first language to say that, oh yeah, I can speak a language that doesn't exist. Get the fuck out of here. It's so silly. It's laughable. And I used to laugh in church, man. I get in trouble. I'd be like, oh man, look at them go. You know, and this is my family. Like, I'd make fun of my own family, like, hey, what was you talking about anyway there, sport? You know, well, I don't know.
I went through something similar too when I was a kid. I went to these Pentecostal churches where they would exorcise you of the demons, putting their hands on your forehead, pushing you over. Yeah, the people I saw fainting and like being caught by all the people that were part of the church.
Yeah, theater.
Exercise. They fainted. They were sweating. It was hysterical. Then it was my turn as a young child to have that done to me, and he tried to push me back. I wouldn't fall back. I didn't want to fall back. I was afraid to fall back. And so I asked my aunt, like, what is wrong with me? She said, there's nothing wrong with you. You're just very smart. I was like, oh, okay.
We should have done this. Don't touch me, motherfucker. You know, and
yeah,
they might have peed a little bit.
That sounds kind of like Aaron Ra's conversion story.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, boys, I'm sure you've heard that, right?
Yeah, man. He's cool, man. I mean, it'd be cool to have him on this show, boys.
Oh, I would. I've reached out. Trust me, I'm a huge fan of Ra because he is one of the most educated people on the genomes and the animal world sequencing and the kingdoms and the hierarchies. Man, he can explain evolution like nobody's business and sociological stuff. And this dude is educated. Looks like a complete psychopath.
With his big ass beard.
He looks like the Highlander on meth, like totally whacked out. But the dude is so fucking smart, man.
He's super smart. I totally love his content. It's great.
Did you see that talk Seth Andrews did, and he got Aaron's permission to use his face as the picture of the devil?
Who did?
Seth Andrews, the thinking atheist.
Yes, okay. Yeah, man. I'm a huge fan of Seth Andrews.
Oh yeah. I've been binge watching a lot of his stuff and Jeff Holiday here lately.
Well, honestly, guys, before I started doing a podcasting, there's 3 podcasters that inspired me to do it myself. Seth Andrews with the Thinking Atheist, Sam Harris, and Joe Rogan. Those are the 3 that I listen to faithfully. Every week, I'm like, Tuesday, here we go. And I'd binge them bitches. By Wednesday, I was bored again. I was like, fuck. But I just love the discussions, especially Sam Harris, because I don't agree with him all the time on how he comes to these terms of saying one is more dangerous than the others with religion. Just that's a weird hill to die on. Like just say it's just dangerous, period. Don't pick sides and demonize one more than the other. It's just you're attacking people. People don't choose, like you were saying before, Daniel, determinism. People don't choose what vagina they come out of.
Right. Right. Or what culture they're born into. Right.
Right. And so you don't choose to be a Muslim or a Christian or a Buddhist or Hindu or whatever. And sociologically, if you think back in the 40s and 50s and before, when people got married, the husband's religion was the wife's religions now. The wife had to give up their religion. You know, it's
isn't it funny how the one true religion is always the one that you're born into?
Oh, yeah. Trust me. I've been down that road too many times.
I think Sam's reaction, though, is based off of the fact that the most terrible thing happened from Muslims, 9/11, obviously. I think he's just triggered by that, and his main focus.
I get it, but it's cherry picking.
It is. I can see why he would go that route.
Domestic terrorism is the most dangerous thing we have, and those are Christian groups.
I think he was also trying to point it out because at the time Obama was being too politically correct and didn't want to call it out for what it was, which
yeah, he had his reasons, but he kind of doubles down on it still, which I think is not really a productive conversation to have. But then again, I'm not fucking so what the fuck do I know? Shit.
Yeah, I think that's part of the reason why I don't follow Sam Harris that much anymore. I mean, I'll still take him in small doses, but what you've just pointed out, that's pretty much the biggest reason why I don't follow him as much as I used to.
Yeah. But I gotta say, I love his meditation app. It's really good. What's it called? Waking Up is his app. It's a meditation app. He does like 30-day meditation retreats where you don't talk for a month. Like a fucking month. I can't go an hour. Like what? Not talk?
I don't know. My thing is music, wine, and sex. That's it. That's where I meditate, my friends. That is it.
I'm quiet then.
My brain down for a month.
Hey, we got Mark Clockow, the photographer, is in the house. Yes, sir. He's down in Georgia right now taking photos, man. It's awesome. That's awesome. Let me see here. Yeah, I wish I could go to Georgia, man. I just can't do it. Oh yeah, people are asking about the whole mayoral thing. What are you guys' thoughts on him running for mayor? Do you think he should or shouldn't? Do you think it hurts or helps him? And do you think this is a tip of the cap to say that he has not been communicated with by the Biden administration for a cabinet position?
I would actually follow up on what you just said. It is a tip of the cap because he has not been followed up with by the Biden administration.
But do you think it's a good move to go for NYC mayor?
Yeah, because that'll be a huge platform for him. New Yorkers are very progressive, and I think they would be extremely open to the idea of UBI, and they would support him through and through. He is a native New Yorker as well.
Yeah.
He's a Columbia graduate. He would have a lot of support from that constituency, and he would. He knows how New York works. He's familiar with it.
Mm-hmm.
He knows its diversity. He knows the ins and outs of how to navigate the political arena there. I would say he'd be great. That'd be phenomenal. That'd be great.
What do you think about it, Servant?
I'm kind of on the fence on it myself. I'm probably leaning a little bit more towards the same position that Russell is. In one respect, it's good that it gets him that political experience that everybody said, was one of their big motivations for not jumping in behind him. But I also look at the state of New York City right now and just how bad it's fallen at this point. And I look at the state of society right now, how divided everybody is. Pretty much no matter what he does, even if he's successful, he's going to come out with so many political dents and dings in this that my concern is how does that affect a presidential run later?
Mm-hmm. Well, my thing is I think he's doing this to play the long game. He's like, he sees the writings on the wall. Biden's in, Kamala's the heir apparent. So this is a way of getting a 3 to 8 year term, or maybe 3 years as the 3 to 4 years as the mayor. Maybe he goes for governor next, or Senate, and then the presidency, and he can kind of climb the ladder like they said he should have. But that's one thing. As far as the long game, I can see where that works. But what I think is New York, like, it's kind of like stock. You want to get in it when it's lowest. In New York, is really, really fragile right now. And I think this is a place he could demonstrate the American scorecard, and call it the Big Apple scorecard or something. Give it some real fancy name. Like the Big Apple scorecard, and say, this is where we're at. We are in the fucking tank. And it can only go up with good stuff. So I think this gives him experience with working with unions, the police department, the biggest police department in the country, the biggest education system in the country, healthcare workers in the country, New York City, and stock market, the diversity. I think it's a good experience because he can demonstrate some of the things he's done to say, this is what I do for the country. So I think it's a way for him to demonstrate his ideas, to say, I'm going to introduce a pilot program for the American scorecard, and I'm going to push for legalization of marijuana in all drugs in New York City, or maybe legalize prostitution. Like that's a thing he stood on. What if he legalized prostitution in New York, and decriminalized drugs, and had a pilot program for universal basic income, a city one of like $300 a month. And he's got, and it's a good place to get connections. But like I said, the biggest thing is experience negotiating with nursing unions, police unions, firefighters, labor, big tech companies in New York City, all that kind of stuff. He can show that he can demonstrate that he can negotiate those tough waters politically. So it is a shit show, and it's not a good job to say.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, there's definitely some room for him to get some political goodwill there. He'll definitely get some experience, because some of the things that he wants to do, he's going to have to go back to the federal government. So he's going to have to get some ties there. He's going to have to negotiate with the federal government. There's definitely some good things that come out of it, but there's also a lot of pitfalls that can come out of it too. I mean, let's face it. Where New York is at right now, this is not a situation that's going to turn around in a couple of years. How much of that is Andrew going to eat versus getting political goodwill for at least attempting to make it better? So that's what I said. I'm kind of on the fence on it either way.
I think this gives them a place to demonstrate. If you're transparent with the people, they don't care about the results at first. They just care that you're fucking trying. Because everybody in New York City knows how slow shit changes there. That's for New Yorkers to understand. That's something I don't understand. None of us are from New York, but they know what's going on in there.
I am.
So it's, that's right. But like, it's for them to decide how much rope they give him, if you will. But I think they will, as long as he's transparent. If he does like a weekly or a bi-weekly thing and says, okay, guys, this is where we're at. Homelessness. We still have 40,000 people that are homeless. We're working on it. This is what we're doing to take steps out of that. Boom. He'll do a PowerPoint scorecard. Think about that. And if they get used to that, then the state's going to be like, why the fuck ain't we do it? What's up, governor? Why isn't Jersey doing this? Why isn't Michigan doing it? Why isn't everyone doing it? It's so transparent. That's why it's so popular, because he was transparent about the COVID shit, even though he's fucking wrong on half the shit. He's just transparent and communicating with people.
I think he'd be.
Sorry, go ahead, Daniel.
No. I think he'll be appreciated more than the current mayor. That's for sure. I mean, and it's funny because my best friend is a Trump supporter, and I work with him. He's my boss, and he actually likes Yang a lot. He thinks Yang would have been the best possible candidate for the Democratic Party. But anything's better than de Blasio, and a lot of people see de Blasio as a average mayor. I think Yang was a fresh, young vibrance to the whole mayoral role, and they welcome him.
When I was in Detroit and Ohio for the debates, the police and firefighters union people drove all the way the hell out there to protest de Blasio at the debates. I think Yang would be more of a unifier. He'd get the Trump supporting Long Islanders, for example, the Italians, these guys, the Staten Islanders. I think he would rally a lot of them because he would talk their talk. Well, I think he could speak his own language too. Be like, you know what? Just say what's got to be said. That the rough and gruff and the crazy language and shit like that, man. Let it fly. Be like, you know what?
Yeah.
Fuck what everybody else thinks.
Right.
New York City, baby. We're gonna do it our way.
Yeah, he's very politically incorrect, so that would be perfect for New Yorkers. They're dying for that right now.
And I'd love
to your point.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, Bush. I was going to say, to your point too. I mean, just the fact that he wants government to be more open and transparent.
Mm-hmm.
There is a very high likelihood that if he does go out and do like an NYC scorecard or something like that, does something akin to the old fireside chats from the Roosevelt years and things like that, that alone could be impacting not just for New York, but it may empower and encourage other mayors and other governors around the country to start trying to mimic him. I mean, look, we saw how much Pete Buttigieg mimicked Yang as soon as he started rising up in prominence.
Yeah.
That effect could still exist. I mean, he might just start encouraging other people. I mean, look at what was that mayor out in Stockton, California, that was doing the UBI program.
Yeah, he got voted out though.
Yeah, but still, the point is that Andrew brought some of this stuff to the forefront, and people were willing to finally try it. Then,
yeah,
right.
Well, I think that's called leadership. If he demonstrates good leadership, people will follow. Period. And that's what I mean by this is an opportunity for him to say, okay, I'm going to take one of the toughest jobs in the country, and I'm going to show you how to make it better. He's a hands-on kind of guy, but he's more in an executive role. So here's the downside of this: less time to do what he wants to do. This is a very labor-intensive job. Less time to do Yang Speaks. Less time to do events. Less time to do like traveling around the country to do stuff. Excuse me. But if he was to become mayor of New York and be the representative of mayors for general basic income, oh boy.
And if he became mayor, he'd be the first mayor, I believe, to have been interviewed by Hot 97 to be in the Breakfast Club. I mean, that'd be huge because New York has such a huge hip hop culture.
You got interviewed twice now.
Yeah. It's such a huge hip hop culture there, and he's totally great for that. I mean, he's in the know. He's in the loop. He's hip. They like that in New York, so you get a ton of support for sure.
It says here the mayor of Atlanta turned down Biden's cabinet role. Which role wasn't stated yet? Interesting. That'd be what's her name? Bottoms.
Yeah, Keisha Bottoms.
Keisha Bottoms. Okay. Yeah, and I don't know, man. Like, he's got to do something. I think Yang Speaks is a good platform. I think supporting basic income is a great place to go. And I think if we, like, my own personal thing is I'm going to try and get ranked choice voting in Michigan. That's my 2021 goal, is to get it on the ballot, But I think if Andrew goes for it in New York and reactivates people like Nell will be hired immediately as the graphics coordinator for that campaign. He's right there in Queens. People like him, and you have Ching Jewel, who's in New York. She's been doing shit for 2 years, man. She's OG. You got all the people from his original staff too that are New Yorkers. Herzog. What's her name? Kylie Riley. Something Riley. Carly Riley, yeah. All those people are New Yorkers, man. And
we have some colleagues from NYU that also worked for Andrew Yang.
Yeah,
we were both music composition students. I forgot his name now. Shoot, but yeah, he has mutual friends of mine that work for him.
Well, people are saying governor. The problem is governor is not up for election. Not yet. 2021, he can run for New York City mayor.
I wish that Yang, when he gets on these huge platforms, when he's talking on CNN, I really wish he would bring up at those moments his conversations with Biden, so that Biden takes notice. Oh, he's making it public that he spoke with me about this or that possibility, but he's not doing that. I wonder why.
It just might not be his agenda. His agenda for that interview is A, B, and C, and he sticks to his shit. They got a whole thing going on behind the scenes, so it's a whole approach. Like, what's his goal for that interview? Not what our goal is for him.
Right.
Doesn't align with what he wants to. Why am I going on CNN to do this? The problem with him being a CNN contributor is he can't go on Fox News anymore because it's a contractual thing.
Interesting.
So I think if he was in New York City, he'd get off that contract of CNN and go wherever the hell he wants to. So I think it's a good opportunity. He hasn't thrown his hat in the ring. I'm not sure if he will. We'll see. Oh yeah, Nell says Biden doesn't listen to Yang speaks. Well, he did have Yang on his podcast. Here's the deal. So it was a terrible interview. He's so fumbling and Andrew, what about that? And just I'm like, shit.
Oh, speaking of that, have you seen all the news dropping about Dianne Feinstein?
Mm-mm.
Some of her staffers have come out anonymously and started dropping news that she's, from the sounds of it, probably in mid-stage Alzheimer's. She's literally being told information, and as soon as they finish telling it to her, she's asking them why they still haven't provided that information to her yet. A bunch of our staffers are coming out and speaking about it now.
Sit your ass down, man. You're not fit. You got to go. Isn't she one of those people that are under investigation too for insider trading?
Yeah, she was one of them.
Yeah, fuck her. Rich assholes. That Loeffler lady was worth $220 million. She got into Congress. The bitch is worth $500 million now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Loeffler is one of the most corrupt politicians ever.
I don't like to call people bitches, but this is one of my words. But fucking A, she doubled her profits in less than a year. Think about that shit, guys. She's the richest person in Congress, and that's fucking saying something. She's worth $500 million.
Yeah, now her hubby's under investigation too, as the CEO of what was it? Of New York Stock Exchange.
Yeah, he's the CEO of the whole.
Yeah, he's under investigation now too because, hey, surprise, surprise, he was also selling stocks that were destined to do bad under COVID and buying up stocks that were destined to do better under COVID. Right after her meeting.
Yep.
Wow.
There is no coincidences here when it comes to stocks. There is no coincidence that the winners keep winning because they have all the cards, you know. Wait, there's footage of her reading something and right after reading the exact same thing word for word. Oh
yeah, I saw that clip today.
Where she's reading it and then she forgot she read it and read it again.
Yeah, she was doing some type of hearing. I forget who it was she was talking to, but she read off some stats and waited for whoever was testifying to answer. And within 2 minutes, read the exact same thing again, like with the exact same inflection and everything else, like she had never said it before.
Wow.
Yeah, man. People need to intervene and be like, listen, we cannot have, you can't give her the keys. Are you kidding me? No offense, but shit, man. We need competent people. Man.
Anyways, guys, I gotta get going because I gotta clean up in here.
You gotta bounce?
Yeah, my friends.
All right, brother. Appreciate it.
Well, nice talking with you, Dan.
Same here, my friend. Be good, okay? We'll be in touch.
All right, man.
Yeah.
Take it easy, brother.
Take care, guys.
Well, I think that when it comes to mental health, there should be a way to maybe let me think about how do you want to approach that with mental health. Like maybe there should be a yearly cognitive screening.
Well, I mean, that is one of the things that Andrew wanted is, he wanted mental health professionals in the White House and in upper echelons of government. I think that's definitely a good idea, especially when, the Democrats, rather, tend to keep putting people that are of advanced age back into high power positions, and nobody's checking in on these people. We've all talked before about the situation of Joe Biden, and there's still a very real possibility Joe Biden doesn't even make it a year through his first term, and we end up with a President Harris.
Well, he already had a fall.
Yeah.
I do therapy. So if you have a fall, it increases your likelihood of another fall by 50%.
Yep.
Statistically speaking, your first fall increases the risk of your next one. And so playing with your dog, whatever. Most people don't fall down playing with their dogs. It's just the way it is. And we need cognitively functional. We need humans that treat people like humans. It's just such a basic ask. and yet we don't receive. It's like asking for fucking socks for Christmas, man. How hard is this shit? You know?
Well, yeah. Again, going back to Bo on the 5th, he did a video today or yesterday, talking about the idea of term limits and why he doesn't really think that's necessarily a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a great idea if for no other reason than it prevents us from having a government dominated by centenarians and I can't say the word, 70 and 80-year-olds that have completely lost touch with the common man and have started to lose touch with reality.
Yeah. Well, I actually saw a thing where what's his name? Ryan Knight. He's a Bernie Bro podcaster, has a pretty big fucking platform.
Yeah, I've got him on Twitter. I
think he's going to be on Yang Speaks on Monday. He tweeted out, "Great interview, Andrew," and Andrew said, "Yeah, it's a pleasure having you." But I think he's a guest on Monday or Thursday next week. But he put out a tweet that showed the let me see if I can find that. I'd actually like to share that with you guys and show you how crazy the diversity of age. Let's go to Twitter. And Jesus, I got too many tabs open. Good Lord. Okay. There's so much. Here, let me at least show you guys.
Well, while you're looking that up, boys, I want to reference something that Ryan just said in chat. Said they want to keep them in because they help keep money in certain people's pockets.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, that's fine. I mean, you can keep Nancy Pelosi around to fundraise, all day and all night. I don't care about that. But get her out of the Speaker of the House position. She doesn't need to be there anymore. She's out of touch with the people, and she's out of touch with reality at this point. She can host as many parties at her house or wherever she wants to as she wants. I don't care. Just get the power away from her, though.
Yeah. Well, everybody's like, well, you need experience with long. I was like, yeah, but the more experience you got, the more corrupt you seem to be.
And not to mention the fact every president that's still alive today is still doing something with their lives that's of prominence somewhere. Mm-hmm. Just because, I mean, you don't have to have ongoing experience to do that stuff. You have had experience. You can talk about that stuff. You can do fundraisers. You're still going to know people if somebody wants to donate because they know that you can get them in touch with whoever the new congressman is for your district or, whoever the president is or whatever, that's still a possibility, but you don't have to have power to do that. You just have to have the connections, which are not likely to go away, even if you retire from the political area.
Yeah. Like, I think if we had term limits, they should do like some kind of a mentor program, maybe like where if you're terming out, then you should be there as what do you want to call it? Like an intern, consultant. Like when it comes to writing bills, I know it's tricky and all this kind of stuff, but goddamn, guys, I'm sorry. My computer is going slow because I'm live streaming right now. I'm trying to find this damn thing Ryan Knight put out. He tweets a lot. Holy shit. All that's in the last 6 hours. Whew. Yeah, Ryan Knight's actually tweeted and retweeted a couple of my tweets too. Is actually kind of surprising. I was like, oh, okay. He's retweeting Zach and Matt as well there, it looks like. Damn. This dude is all over the place. Yeah, this is what happens when you do this full time. These motherfuckers just sit around and just do this shit all day long. Where the hell? Well, it looks like I'm not going to find it, guys. So there was a thing where it showed like the oh, here it is. There it is. Okay. So let me bring up this graphic a little bigger. So the blue dot, millennials here, Generation X, that's me, baby boomers, vroom. The silent generation, these guys. I mean, holy shit, that's a lot. So that's what I meant about Jesus. Come on.
Yeah, and these people, they came of age before things like black and white TV had fallen off to color TV.
Yeah.
They came of age before the internet was a
Cell
thing.
phones,
They
cable.
came of age before cell phones and texting was a thing. And they're the ones making the laws that are governing these things.
Mm-hmm.
They have no clue what they're talking about, but they're making the laws for it.
Well, it was obvious when they had Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, or whoever the hell, Google, YouTube people there, and they're like, "How do you make money if it's free?" And he's like, and that's what trouble. That shows you how ill prepared they are too.
Mm-hmm.
They have people that we pay. Let me rephrase that: we, the taxpayer, pay these people to do the fucking prep work. It's not like, oh, tomorrow's a goddamn thing with Ryan or with the cyborg, what's his name? Zuckerberg, yeah. Oh, that's tomorrow. Oh shit, I didn't know. I better cram. No, they had weeks to prepare for this and just explain. Have the person ask his aides those questions first. Let's skip through all the formalities and get to know each other. Skip the foreplay. Let's go straight to the action. Now that I have a better understanding of how you make money on Google AdSense, okay, and what's the next question? Because they spent most of the time just trying to figure out what the hell is like a meet and greet for Facebook. Never heard of it. How do you make money? How does this work? You can't censor.
Well, I mean, what do you expect from people that, still get their email printed out for them every morning because they prefer to read it like a letter instead of an email? They don't know how to use email.
They still use fax machines.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I saw Biden say something about a fax machine. He goes, if you're going to send me a fax. And I was like, fuck, who says that? Like, I don't know.
The same guy who in a debate said, play the record player for your children at night.
You turn on the record player. Oh, shit. Do you, Joey?
Yeah. His house is stocked with VCRs that are still flashing 12. Let's just leave it at that.
Flashing fucking 12. Yeah, I guess that is a thing. But yeah, man, I just wanted to go over some shit, man. This is fun. Got to talk about all these articles I've been looking at. And again, guys, if you want to help contribute to the trickle up, if you don't have what we all have is time and like we can share what we found out today. So that's what I'm asking for you guys to do is join the Mindful Skeptics Discord or the Trickle Up Discord. And you can go in there and share links to articles like you were talking about. You're bringing up stuff I didn't know about, and you're one person. Now imagine if 1,000 of us join our Discord, we can get all the information up to date, and then we go do our daily news. We can compete with the Hill and the TYT and be on the forefront and cover that shit just as good as them, just as quickly as them, and have people who have an understanding of these topics from their own professional or life experience backgrounds and say, hey, here's an article and here's a write-up about why I think this is crazy or this is good or this is some talking points. You guys can all we can be a part of this thing, man, and grow it out. And then eventually this thing's going to be profitable and we can start hiring motherfuckers to do that. And so if you voluntarily do it, you can be one of the people considered, for the fucking job in the future. Like I'm donating all my time. I'm not getting paid for shit. I'm just building it. But someday it's going to fucking make money. And I'm hoping next fucking year. So we're really going to push hard on this after the holidays. We're going to try and do like Monday and Thursday 2 times a week news to start with, to get our feet wet, to make sure we can handle the workload, and then go to Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then Monday through Friday and kind of build it up. And as you guys can see, this is the layout here, the trickle up, and it's called the low. Because the Hill is up on Capitol Hill rubbing elbows. We're down here on the low, man. We're on the street. We're in the gutters saying, what's up with your gutter? Like we're down here with the other 90%, we're not the 10% people. We're the 90%ers, So we think that we want to represent that point of view without any kind of corporate overlords or any kind of bigwig interference or control. We want this to be a profit sharing model as well. So if we win, we all win. So if you're a contributor and you do work, you will get paid eventually when we start making money. And again, we're going to be very fucking transparent about it, So we're going to be looking for volunteers, but then we're going to be looking to hire people, So we're hoping we can build this fucker out, man. But if you guys are familiar with Discord, it's not that bad. If you're not, if you need help, just let me know and I can help you walk you guys through it. But it's not that hard, and it's YouTube, man. Fucking look it up. It's just not that hard. You really don't need me to walk you through it, hold your hand, but I will if you need me to. But it's just as easy to go on YouTube and Google how the fuck does Discord work, and there you go. That's how I did it. I didn't know shit. I had to go learn that real quick and build it, Yeah,
I don't think I've started up Discord since I was hanging around on PSP's channel all the time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, some people are very active on there, man. It's surprising. Just more the gamers, the younger, the gamer ones.
Right.
I'm using Discord as a way to aggregate information for us to say, okay, let's cover these top 5 articles today are going to be A, B, C, and D, and E. We're going to cover them. Then we'll go. Then the whole next day, we're gonna get more people dropping links to shit. We're gonna keep looking at it. We're gonna pick the top 5 and do those the next day. And I think something we should also do is actually give credit to who it recommends it to say, hey, this article came courtesy of Servant 77 or whatever, And I think that's something we should do, to give people credit.
Yeah, I mean,
what it's worth.
I can't remember if it was I think it was Farron Cousins who does Ring of Fire. I was watching one of his videos today, and that was the main topic in the video is that, okay, great, Biden's won. Everybody's, trying to chill out from the election. And, the next thing is everybody's going to go back to normal and forget about politics until it's time to have another election again. But we need to keep the same type of fervor and attention on politics as we have for the last 4 years with Trump going forward, because just because Trump is out of office doesn't mean things are automatically going to get better. They're not going to get better unless people educate themselves and participate.
Well, inform and hold people accountable.
Mm-hmm.
You can't hold people accountable if you don't know shit.
Right, exactly. I mean, and that's one of the reasons why I love Andrew's pushing for local media a lot too, because it's you can't be informed unless you can trust the sources of your news. And we had that whole situation with the producer that Yang interviewed recently in Yang Speaks that came out and said, yeah, the Yang media blackout was a real thing. It was, sent from powers on high in the company that we were not to talk to Andrew. You've got, Newsmax and OAN, which are really more jokes than news stations, but, look at all the crap that they're pushing out, all the conspiracy theories that the Trumpers are buying into. You cannot be educated if you can't trust your media. So
well, that's what I'm hoping, is that we can build this thing up to be like, okay, we're gonna do a daily news show that once it's running, we can also branch it out to do like table discussions and bring on special guests and do weekend editions where we like invite on someone like Ryan Knight or whatever. Like,
well, once upon a time, probably even still a little bit back when you and I were kids, the local news used to have local people on. It wasn't just a ratings bonanza. It was to actually educate people about what was going on in your neighborhood or in your community. That is exactly how TYT started as well. They started off, they branched off. You had Cenk that left from MSNBC, and I forget where what's her name, Anna, came from, but these guys broke off. They talked to normal everyday people, got normal everyday perspectives, and then they branched off away from that. The Hill is kind of doing that a little bit with Rising, but it's still more the elites.
Yeah, they're more. I think
the idea. What's that?
They're a little more corporate.
A little bit more, yeah. They're kind of like riding that fine line between corporate and renegade, which is why I watch. What's that?
More populism, really.
Yeah. But the point that I was trying to get to though is that we need more of that TYT style, and that's, I know we've talked about this on your channel before, of getting a conglomerate of Yang supporters together to build a little news network of sorts, and be able to have local. That's one of the reasons why I love following you, because I love being able to jump in your stream, get my opinion out there, hear what other people's are, and discuss. You're one of the few YouTubers that I know of that regularly has just random everyday people on to discuss things. I appreciate some of the other channels that do some of the bigger interviews and things like that, but it's nice to participate. It makes you feel like you're part of that community.
Yeah.
Even if you're not the one that's actively on camera, just seeing everyday normal people on there still makes you feel like more of the community, because if you already have the idea that if you want to be there, you probably could be. So I think that's a fantastic idea that you're trying to get there. I mean, I've been pushing this for a while now.
Yeah, what I'm hoping is this kind of inspires people to start something locally. Think global, act local.
Right.
And what I'd like to see is maybe Trickle Up covers the American news, but I'm going to have like the expats do an international news segment. It's going to be their own channel of the expats, for Trickle Up expats, and to cover Middle Eastern stuff and European stuff and Africa, South America, all around the world except for us, and let us know what's going on around the world, and then that can kind of cover a different swath of things. And then maybe do like a Spanish channel. I definitely think we need a Spanish speaking political channel. So if anyone is interested, that's not a psychopath, that speaks Spanish fluently, to be like a male, female, center right. What I always want is center right and center left representation on every topic. I want both points of view. I've taken that approach the Hill has and TYT. We're trying to make a conglomerate, of what works for them, works for us. We're just going to do it better. So we want center left, center right, male, female, if possible. But if we can do a Spanish speaking channel of news, daily news, we could do the same thing, trickle up and just call it the low as, el debajo or something from under or whatever. I'm not sure. I have somebody else that speaks Spanish, pick that shit. But I think it's something we need to position ourselves, that I'm ready to do, is once I get the daily news going, then we're going to do Spanish. Then we can do Mandarin or whatever I think is Mandarin the most popular Asian language. I think it is.
Mandarin is the most popular in mainland Hong Kong, and I think they're still mainly Cantonese at this point.
But I think if we did that, man, we start doing an Islamic one, to get the information out accurately, man. I don't know if the Islamic one have enough pull, because Islamic news, I don't have anything. I have no idea. That's come from someone else to let me know what's going on. And they can see, that's the thing. We get this thing going, people can come to us and say, okay, we got an idea. What do you think?
Right.
And we can say, fuck it, try it. Is the juice worth the squeeze? You find out.
Oh yeah, I mean, and there's people like me. I mean, there's been several times on here and a couple of other channels that I've participated in their live streams and things like that. I keep mentioning that I'm trying to get my own channel started, but trying to find a time to do it is damn near impossible. But every once in a while I'll have an idea, and I can throw out a video pretty quick, but it's not something that I could probably sustain a channel on my own. Yeah. So, if I could work with somebody else and, just kind of be a contributor on occasion, then we can get the ideas out there, and I don't have to worry about them just being lost in the ether because they're on a channel that's got, 20 subscribers right now.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. We can build that type of market for people.
Right.
Yeah.
So again, it gives people the opportunity to get their voice out there more. Hey, how's it going, Fred? Man, I haven't seen you in a while.
I can't see you.
It's going good.
Where you at, brother?
In the middle of freaking nowhere, Missouri, going down to Louisiana.
Misery. Louisiana. Well, that's awesome, man. What's going on, man?
Chilling.
Well, we've
I'm trying to figure out what's in the background with my man over here.
Looks like his furnace and duct.
Yeah, I'm in the utility room. It's like an old fridge and all sorts of junk down here.
That's awesome, dude.
In my house. Yeah, I don't smoke in my house. I got my little boy upstairs. I don't want him around that stuff.
For you, man.
Yeah. How old's your little guy?
He's 8, and he still talks about Fred to this day.
Nice.
Fred, I don't know if you remember hanging out with my little boy down here in Atlanta when we were at the Yang rally. Yep. Yeah,
we were.
He still asks about you every day.
We were to the right of the stage, Right there, me, you, and your wife, right?
Yep, that's the one.
Yep, I remember.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. 'Cause that's the one where he says something about that big, beautiful truck full of money. Hell yeah. Oh, good times. Well, I'm getting the vaccine next week. Also.
Oh, congrats, man. Let us know how it goes.
Yep, I'm going to document it for real, like daily documentation on that.
Cool.
And I'm going to show people.
Go ahead, sorry.
I'm just going to show people. So this is what it's like, you know. So it's a 2-step process. I'm getting it in the first phase because I'm a healthcare worker with direct. Like I have patients that actively have COVID right now, like in their homes, they're positive. I have to go into their homes with the mask, goggles, face shield, gloves, gown, the whole 9 yards. That's why my kids haven't been here in 2 fucking weeks. I haven't seen my girlfriend over a week just to play it safe because she's got a dad that lives at her house at 70. My girls are going to go to their grandma and grandpa's house for Christmas. They don't want to risk it. So I told them just take a couple weeks. I'm going to just hunker down and go to work and not go anywhere, you know, and just kind of play it safe for a while. And then I'm going to get this vaccine next week and hopefully 2 weeks later get the second round. I believe it's 2 weeks. And you guys will know about it. I'll be documenting, man, every single day. You know, giving you guys a lowdown on what it's like. If there's any kind of side effects, I'll be honest about it. And as long as it's not, I won't tell you if it's like anal leakage or some shit. But other than that, I'll let you know what's going on. I got a drip come out of my stinker, you know. But yeah, get it.
The reviews I've seen from the UK so far said that you know, if you're going to have any effects, it tends to be on the first shot or on the second shot. I think the first one everybody said is pretty mild. The second one is what they're saying is having the most effects.
Well,
and I know that they've had 1 or 2 people that have had some allergic reactions to them so far too.
Yeah. Well, they told us because I worked for a big healthcare system, and they said that they've had their people combing over the studies because they have to recommend it, you know, so they have to stand by it. And so they said, listen, we 100% stand by this 95% efficacy rate. The side effects are very mild and rare. And it's like a 12% side effect is what they've shown so far. The mild side, about 12% of people get them, which is typically headaches and dizziness and some nausea.
Basically flu symptoms.
Yeah, exactly. So it's stress in your system, you know. That's all there is. It's just stress on your system. You know, that's common. But yeah, so I'm frontline worker, man. So they got like 3 million doses ready to go. And so I think my healthcare system's getting like what did they say, like 12,000 doses. So it's going to go to the ER, physicians and nurses, and then the rehab nurses and therapists and stuff like that, and respiratory therapy. So we'll be the first ones getting it here in the next week, man. So I'll be documenting that shit. It'll be fun, I guess.
Are you gonna document them shooting you up with it?
I'm videotape them actually giving me the fucking shot and everything.
That's awesome.
And I'm gonna put them under res. I was thinking about fucking like, ow, you know, like scare the shit out of them, but I think I might do it anyway.
Hey, what about you, Fred? Have you heard anything about whether or not truckers are going to be on that first round?
I don't know. There's a bunch of truckers that I know that are like, they might have us take the vaccine, and if that's the case, we're like, truckers are gonna, we're not taking the vaccine. I will take the vaccine, but all the truckers I've talked to, well, I already know what's in it, and basically all the truckers think the vaccine is like a scam to like rule the world and turn you into a freaking zombie and turn you into a Democrat. You know, the whole, all that Alex Jones stuff.
But yeah, Jaden, yeah, it's definitely 2 doses. I think it's 2 weeks apart. The 2 doses. Yeah, the first dose is half a dose in case of allergic reactions and adverse reactions.
Good.
It'll be milder. Then you won't recommend the second one. The second one's a full dose. So yeah, we're gonna
yeah, and don't you still get like 70% efficacy even on the first dose?
I don't know. I haven't read all of that yet.
Yeah, I think you still get a pretty high efficacy even with the first dose. The second dose is what shoves you up to the 95% efficacy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this is the DNA RNA one, man. It's the first of its type, so this will be interesting. I'm kind of nervous about that too.
Y'all better pray that they don't make it mandatory for truckers to get the vaccine, because I could understand why they would, because we move around and we go from place to place constantly, nonstop. But y'all better pray that they don't do that.
Well, they can't make it mandatory. They can't make medical professionals mandatory.
Oh, really?
Mm-mm.
No. Yeah, and even if they did, it wouldn't be coming from the government. It'd be coming from the companies that are hiring you.
Even they can't really enforce that. Like I work for a healthcare provider, and they're like, nothing's going to be mandatory. This is 100% voluntary, but we're heavily recommending, because the more people get, the more efficacy we have.
Well,
in the so
they may not legally be able to do it, but don't put it past them to push it, because like my company was, and they just dropped it this year. Last year they were saying before COVID hit that because there's an extra charge for smokers, they were saying that we had to get blood tests to get nicotine counts and everything else. And I did question the legality of that, and they didn't drop it until a year later. So don't expect that they won't try it at least.
Well, like at my job for the flu vaccine, we're required to get it unless we have like a doctor's note saying why we physically can't. You know, what's up?
Right.
I'm trying to figure out what's in the background.
Oh, Annette, you're echoing.
Hey, everybody.
Looks like his furnace.
Hey, Annette, you got to mute your YouTube channel.
Fridge and all sorts of junk down here.
That's awesome, dude.
Oh, she's getting her headphones. Okay. Yeah. TWIV this week in virology. No, I haven't heard of that. I don't know what that is. Yeah, I've heard people talking about getting paid to take the doses. I mean, that'd be cool. I'll take the money. I don't necessarily like that idea personally.
I don't either.
I don't like means testing for money. But I understand why people do support it. I just don't think it's a good idea. It's not a good precedence. Then you're dangling that carrot kind of thing.
It sounds cool.
Money. Give us our fucking money. You know?
It sounds cool.
Is that better?
Yeah.
You really start breaking it down and getting into the nitty gritty of it.
Well, and if you can't take it, like if you physically are allergic, then what? You know, you're fucked. There's all these things people don't think about, like exclusionary. You're taking resources away from people for stuff they can't choose. Yeah, so that's where I stand on that. I like the idea of just any reason to give people money to help the economy. Cool, but it shouldn't be a means tested thing where you're required to inject something, a foreign entity, into your body against your will. That's my personal belief.
The only problem with that though is you're looking at from the financial perspective. I think the reason that that's been suggested is because of the conspiracy theories behind the vaccine, and to basically pull on people's desire to have money over their desire to reinforce a conspiracy theory.
No, I get it, but I mean, like, I just don't. That's not good.
Yeah, but if you're into conspiracy theories, the fact that they're throwing in money for the deal, right, you're like, oh well, it doesn't make it worth it, because you're like, oh, they want me to sell my soul. It adds to the conspiracy mystique, in my view. Because a lot of people, if you're on that train, they're like, oh well, they want me to sell my soul to Satan to get the vaccine.
Oh yeah, they can twist and make it look like they're desperate. They're so desperate, nobody's going to take it. No one trusts them. They got to pay us to take it. There's a lot of ways they could misconstrue it. Of course.
Yeah, that is a good point.
To meet their narrative. To me, I think you should take it because it's the right thing to do. I think they should give us fucking basic income. It's just the right thing to do. Separate things altogether. Period. Oh, let's see here. We got Rock Out Considerably. That's a great fucking name, first of all. Any thoughts out campaigning for New York City mayor would be different than presidential race? I think New York City mayor, I think he's going to put a whole lot more into social media ads because you can't knock on doors per se like they do in Georgia, because New York's a little more stricter on that stuff right now. But I think that the social media budget will be higher, and then of course they're going to cut some new commercials just for New York City. I think that's going to be where they're double down, because they can't do campaigning per se. Maybe more town halls, virtual town halls would be a good idea to take Q&A. That'd be cool.
So is he said he's already going to do it?
No.
Okay.
He hasn't said it now, but he's talked to people in the background, you know.
I liked when you guys were campaigning and you had one of those trucks that had the advertisements on the trucks.
Yeah, Fred's. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's Fred's truck there.
Or billboards might be a thing in New York off the turnpikes and shit like that because of all the toll roads.
Well, I was thinking about maybe getting the Yang truck and taking it down to Columbus Circle and then coming back off of 57th and then off of 7th Avenue back to the George Washington Bridge. I did that before. I did donuts in the Columbus Circle.
Oh,
and
you were live. You were doing that live, wasn't you?
Yeah. Well, I did that. I took the truck and parked it in front of the Trump International Hotel, and then I went to a diner, hung out with freaking gang for like 3 hours.
Yeah. Fun times.
I still love the pictures in front of Pete's campaign office, though.
That was epic.
The funniest one I ever did on my channel was, because usually a lot of stuff people did about the truck on other people's channel, but I actually took the truck to Trump Tower in Las Vegas and said, "I'm here to make a delivery."
Yeah, I remember that.
"I'm here to make a delivery." "Oh yeah, go over here." "Yeah, I'm here to make a delivery." "Are you the guy?" "No, go over there." "Hey, sir, I'm here to make a delivery." What are you here to deliver?" "I'm here to deliver votes." "I got some votes." Right. And they were like, "Sir, you're going to have to leave." I was like, "All right, bye."
Fred's going to end up on Newsmax. Watch.
Oh, no, I'm not going to end up on Newsmax. Dude, I'm getting out of the business. I'm getting out of the business.
Oh, that sucks. I mean, you've been one of the people that's drawn a lot of attention to Yang, so.
Well, just out of the business of social media and politics. I just need a rest, dude, till 2022.
I get that. So, yeah, rest is cool as long as you're not completely out of the game.
Fred, you're never going nowhere. Get fucking real. I'm gonna call you on that bullshit. You ain't going nowhere, bro. You gonna fuck around your stocks. You're gonna do your thing, but you'll be here.
Yeah, like in 2022, I'll be there.
I know. You'll be there next year when he goes to fucking New York. You'll be in New York, bro. Get real. I'll see you in fucking New York next year. Get real. I know damn well you're gonna be. You can't stay away from that action.
I have 1 week of not going on any social media, and I have so much more freedom.
Yeah.
I was totally controlled by my phone, dude.
Whoa, Ryan said he recorded the Earth cam at Columbus Circle when you drove around and captured Fred's truck.
Yeah, I did donuts. I did donuts in the Columbus Circle. It's just basically a circle where people.
It's a turnaround.
Yeah, and I just freaking did donuts in Columbus Circle in New York City, and then I took the truck. To Times Square.
Dude, that would be a sight to see.
Dude, it was 3 a.m. Thank God.
Oh boy, yeah. I'm surprised you can get through there in the daytime.
Then I hung out with the New York Yang Gang.
Ching Jewel and all them.
Dude, Ching is my. She's
legit.
Dude, she's like my freaking. like my homie, man. She's like the best person.
Yeah, she's been doing it for a long time too. And she is a professional violinist, man. That is legit.
Yep.
I watched some of her. You guys go check out her. Here you go. Yeah, because here's her name right here, Ching Jewel, Juhl. Go check out her YouTube channel. She plays a lot of music on there from before Yang shit. It's all about professional orchestras and stuff like that. Really, really.
Have you seen her documentary she put out?
Yeah, saw some of it. Yep. That's
Yeah,
part
it was
of it.
pretty sick.
It ain't all the way out yet. And that's first of many coming. I can't wait.
We were in the diner, and this guy came in and was like, I completely forgot about that. Shit. Yeah. We were in the diner, and this guy came in, and he was like, "Hey, can somebody spare some money so I can get something to eat?" And the Yang Gang was like, "Dude, come on, like just hang out with us, and we'll buy you something to eat." And then he was like, "Well, I have my buddy," and I'm like, "He's out there waiting for me." I'm like, "Bring your buddy in too."
Yeah.
Coolest thing.
That's the best part is when we're out and about, we see something, we just do something.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Just like when they were out there in Santa Barbara with the LA people.
I have something to add about that.
Yeah.
So one of our Yang Gang friends.
Okay.
I can't hear you.
I think she just froze.
Shite. Oh, she's unfrozen? Yeah. Okay, go ahead, Annette. Must be a delay. Okay, let's try the private chat. I think she's really delayed.
Sorry, I must be on a lag or something. But anyway, I was gonna say about the Yang Gang coming together. That like we have a Yang Gang friend right now who's going through cancer.
Damn, that sucks.
Oh, see, okay, so I think it's my Wi-Fi. Am I still frozen?
No, you're good.
No, you're good. You're good.
Never mind. Just never mind.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
Is it good now? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Shit.
Yeah, that
All right,
happens
I
to
just
me.
wanted to say that one of our Yang Gang friends has cancer right now and is going through chemo, and she keeps asking for donations on Facebook, and a lot of people are ignoring her and stuff. But just today, I don't ignore her, but anyway, so just today, one of the admins from the Oregon Yang Gang contacted me because she sees that me supporting this friend, and so she contacted me and she's like, well, what's the best way that Oregon Yang Gang can come together and support this friend, and so anyway, I helped her kind of talk through like what are the best ways that we can help her, and she had me proofread two different sort of like like the preamble to the ask for the money. There were two different ones, and so she had me like go through those and ask my opinion and stuff. I thought it made me feel really like included for one thing, but then like I was really inspired that the Oregon Yang Gang is coming together to take care of somebody that they don't even know that lives in Missouri, and talking to somebody in Arizona about how is the best way that we can help. And so like the networking, so like the networking that happens within the Yang Gang is often just like astounding to me, you know? I mean, like, I don't know where Serpent 77 lives, but I mean,
Georgia.
Boyce and I don't live in the same state. Do all of us live in? None of us live in the same states, you know. It's
Fred
Georgia.
Don't live anywhere.
Okay, see,
Fred don't live
that's
anywhere. He lives
cool.
on the
I think
road.
that's super duper cool. I've never had this kind of a connection with anybody else, any of my fellow Americans, in this way. Never in my life have I had this kind of a connection with other people across the.
I think she went to say country. But that's why I love doing these call-in shows.
That's all. I just wanted to say that. I just wanted to add that.
That's awesome. Well, like, we all fall on hard times, man, and it's hard to ask for help. And that's the bitch, really. Pride is a motherfucker. But that's the thing about the Yang Gang. When we see something, we do something. And I'm trying to think, who was that? Oh, it was a kid from Iowa that worked for the Yang campaign, Devin. And he went on Twitter, like, guys, I absolutely hate this, but I'm in a bad spot. My car is in rough shape, and I don't feel safe driving my car without an oil change. Is there any way I can borrow $35 to get my oil changed? And I DM'd him. I was like, bro, do you have Apple Pay? He's like, yeah. I was like, how much do you need? He's like, $35 pays for the oil change. I was like, well, fuck it. And I sent him 50. I was like, I got $50. Go get some fucking food. Go get a beer, whatever. Because this kid quit his life for the campaign in Des Moines. He was one of the main people in, not Des Moines, in Davenport, that coordinated all the staff as far as like door knocking and stuff like that. Like a young guy who said, fuck it, I'll do it. And he stepped up. And that's what we need to keep recognizing, that that's what we need, is people that step up. Okay. Right, and that's gonna have to jump off. Her Wi-Fi is being goofy, it says. Thanks, Annette. Come back anytime. But that's why I like these call-in shows, because we can talk to people about the problems they see in their neighborhoods. It's not about what the fuck's on CNN or OAN and what the fuck ever, you know. That's why I think that's something I'm hoping too, is like doing like on the street interviews like other channels do. But like, say, okay, if anyone's out in the street and you see someone in this situation, or you can have a conversation about this topic, because we're going to talk about this article and have you talk about this topic, and then have normal people on their phones sending us footage, just on the street shit, you know?
Dude, going to the Trump rally, I got in hella good conversations with people.
Yeah,
it was awesome.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to just being able to go to fucking public events again, period, and talking to people. Like, I was talking to my girlfriend about this earlier. I haven't seen her in a week. I haven't seen my kids in 2 fucking weeks. All I do is go to work and I come home. I get on that fucking treadmill and watch TV for an hour on the treadmill and the bike. And I do laundry, I make food, and I do work on this shit, you know? Like, that's all I do now. And like, for me, I'm an extrovert, so I get energy from being around people. It fills me up. Now I don't have it. You know, it's just like, that's like live streaming is like my only way of trying. Slowly fill the bucket. It's not like showing up to an event with 1,000 people, man. To me, that's
I thought about doing another channel, doing like because I like these Lithuanian Chicago companies, and I work with a Lithuanian. That's where I get my loads from. There's a Chicago Lithuanian guy.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about doing a channel for that, and then a separate channel for stocks, just so I could have like another outlet, because I'm not doing social media anymore, right?
Yeah.
And if it seems like to me, if you take YouTube versus social media, YouTube is so much like the platform's so much more interactive. You know what I mean?
Yeah, YouTube is a blessing and a fucking curse. Fucking pain in the ass is what it is. But
you know what I think is BS is like you do a video for like an hour, and then all of a sudden you walk into a bar, and there's like music in the background, it just kills the whole video.
fuck yeah. Yep, I had that when I was live streaming in public. Someone drove by with their car bumping some loud ass music. Killed my stream. Went from like 150 people to 0. That sucked. That was in Ohio, Fred. Remember he was going around, he was driving the truck around and shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's a lot of live streaming back then. Goddamn. We did. We was on the streets. I'm looking forward to it. I'm ready. Because now I got a new setup too, guys, just so you know. I've taken some of my donations and the Google AdSense, and I got this bad little motherfucking setup right here. This is a 4K live streaming camera. It's a Sony 4K, and I got this little Rode microphone and a windsock. And this is a shoulder mount for my backpack. So it'll be like up in here in that area, but I can actually wear this and have my hands free to talk to people and not feel like I'm shoving something in their face. It'll just be on my shoulder.
Yeah, wasn't Ted doing something like that for a little while?
Yeah, he had like he's want to talk to me. I actually reached out to him about that. That's what he used. But he would just have like it on he had it on a tripod and would carry it through a crowd. I'm just gonna leave it on my shoulder. But it might not work. I might put it on a fucking tripod too. There's a reason Ted's good at what he does.
Right.
So I don't know, but I've invested in my equipment, and I got a nice fucking tripod now and a nice camera, better audio, and I'm gonna have a mobile hotspot now that I can not drop my stream because there's 2,000 people in the room.
Have you been working with Ted on that?
No, I just talked to Ted about it once, and he said, "Hey, here's a list of equipment that I use, and this is how I put it together." And he sent me a couple of YouTube links to how to set it up individually. The problem is the live stream setup he had is so fucking expensive that I'd have to have a write-off of my business for that. Because you're talking like the camera was $550 alone, and the mic's another 100, the shoulder mount's another 50. I already got the tripod, but like if you go live like he did, you have to buy this thing called the Solo U, which is $1,000. It's a mobile.
So all in, you're looking at $2,000.
Probably more than that, plus monthly expenses. Because I have to buy a Verizon hotspot, a AT&T hotspot, and a whatever the hell other hotspot. You gotta buy 3 or 4 hotspots, and it all links up to that live view.
Yeah, and they merged it, right?
Yeah, so
they merge it. It goes back and forth to which he was showing me that whole thing.
Yeah,
the way it's a mesh of like he has a mesh of 3 different freaking.
Yeah, so right now my my phone has 4 bars, right? So if I have 4 bars with Verizon, 2 bars with Sprint, 3 bars with AT&T, that's 9 bars. So then I can stream 4K video without any kind of pixelation because you have 9 bars. And no one else can bump into your shit. It's a secured mobile hotspot. Only you are on it. Because when you show to those places like me and Fred did where there's 2,000-3,000 people there, your live stream looks like fucking 8 megapixels. Or 2. It was horrible. And sometimes you just drop the fucking stream altogether and people be disappointed. And you're like, fuck. And you feel like you're letting people down, but you can't control that. You know, like, fuck. There's 2,500 people here, man. We're all on goddamn same network, roughly. So it really, so I'm going to try and get around that. But again, that costs monthly charges. So while I'm doing it, it's monthly shit. So you're talking anywhere from probably about $120 to $200 a month just for that service to be available. Plus, I got to buy the equipment. So $1,000 for the live view. I think it's about $100 to $150 for the Verizon one. $100, $150 for the AT&T and the Sprint or whatever the fuck Netgear I think it's called. So I got to buy 3 or 4 of those, and then all the cables, the backpack with the fan in it, and all that shit. And it's a pretty, you're talking like $2,500 roughly, and plus $100 a month, $200 a month for unlimited data to stream it. It's a huge investment, but that's why he also had to get donations, or that service would have not continued if people didn't donate. He took a huge risk, and I appreciate what he did. Some great fucking content.
Dude, I am literally in the middle of nowhere. Like, I have no idea where I'm going to park tonight. And I'm running out of time. This is unbelievable.
You mean like your drive time? You have to stop?
Yeah, I probably have like 30 minutes left.
Oh, boy. You have to map quest that shit. Oh, boy.
But, yeah, I know Russell and Alasa had a lot of problems too when they were doing the live streaming from the Yang events up in the Northeast.
Yeah, man.
I think theirs was just coverage, but yeah, I mean, if they could have set something like that up where they could have multiple Wi-Fi connections all streamed together or all bonded together, probably would have helped them. But
well, that's what I'm hoping is if by the time a big like 2024 run goes, I want the trickle up to buy all the equipment because it's a business expense and send it to people and say, okay, you're going to be at this event. Here's the equipment. Go do that shit. And so then I will assume all the risk for the trickle up and owning the equipment, or lease it out to people. Say, okay, I paid for it up front. You can rent it for fucking $100 a month or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, help people get to that resource. That's so hard. We need quality content. So if there's people that could do that are going to be in the area and, or that, we can just ship the shit to you and say, go do that shit. That's what we're hoping to do is have people on the ground at every event, especially in 2022, midterms come up. It's not going to be as much hype. There will be some local hype for UBI candidates. And then there's going to be the next year, they're going to start announcing for the fucking president, so it's going to pick back up. Even if Andrew doesn't announce, we're still going to be following people around that come in the Midwest.
Yeah, I think Andrew is getting into the mayor thing because if he does, rather, I think he's started to understand, like, okay, these are the rules, these are the confines with what you have to work within in order to progress politically, right? And he's like, oh, okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's it's like you got to sooner or later you got to come to the terms of there's a pecking order and the minimal requirements to get into this race. You got to do those things. So you try it your way. You say, fuck that. Let's try and break down all these barriers. And the barriers come up and you got to reassess. It's okay. There's a new barrier. We got to get around that fucker. And I think he's very pragmatic. So he's thinking, okay, I live in New York City. Fuck it. Let me run that shit. And it's the biggest city in the
United States. So, I mean, I think he's just like, okay, like if the job says you need a master's degree. Okay, well, I guess I need to go get a master's degree. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
This is the job I want. Mm-hmm. I guess I have to go get a political, some kind of political experience.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily.
You go ahead.
It's not necessarily about him getting a job. Like he has to win a job. You know what I mean? I think he's okay financially. It's just about trying to solve the problems,
I'm worried about him getting a job that takes away all of his free time. He can't do Yang Speaks and he can't go on these other things he does around the country with traveling and activism he does. It'll limit him.
That would suck.
Yep. So I'm sure he's weighing both options, They both have pros, they both have cons to do it or not do it, So either way, he'll make the best of the situation. But if he announces in New York, man, that's going to be sweet to see somebody like Ching Jewel, and Nell and all the people out there in New York that can get back out there and represent. Uh-oh. Yeah, BTS is coming in. Okay. If Trump does a big announcement on Inauguration Day that he's running again, maybe it will start the whole election cycle campaign early. Yeah, well, what he's going to do, I really do think he's going to announce he's running for 2024 on January 20th at 12 o'clock p.m., just like Joe Biden, because he can't stand someone else getting attention. And
Yeah, of course he is.
I think he's going to hold the Republican Party hostage for 4 fucking years and destroy them. Or they're going to have to rebuke him outright.
You can't rebuke him. He's got too many Trumpites.
I know. That's something like in Georgia, they're saying, fuck the Republicans. They don't deserve our vote. This shit's corrupt. They're going to let them steal the election from us. Why bother voting? I love it. Go with that. Sounds great. Because what I don't want, the only reason I want them to win both seats in Georgia is because I want the Democrats to have no fucking excuses. You have to own everything that's passed because it's your fucking thing. So I want to see when they have the majority, what's what. Hey, what's up, brother?
Hello, how are you?
You're back.
I was at a friend's house, so I just came back.
Cool, man. But yeah, I do think that if Trump announces that shit early, he's going to take over he's going to hold him hostage, or they're going to let him go. And either way, it's going to hurt the party because of the radicalism of the MAGA turds that are going to be sycophants and claim that Trump still won. Like a year or two later.
Dude,
conspiracy.
I was talking to some truckers. I was trying to get them. I was on Red Viking Trucker with another trucker. I was talking to some truckers that may or may not want to come and work with the country I'm with. And these idiots, they literally believe that Trump is going to win.
Yeah. You can't.
And I try to have a conversation with them, right? About work things.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, I don't know. I don't even know if I want one of these guys driving a truck. You know what I mean? Like, you got to be too. I mean, there's a certain amount of gray matter you have to have to drive a truck. Not like it's it's definitely not a job. It's definitely not a job for a rocket scientist. You know what I mean? Like, it's pretty simple. You pick up some stuff and then you drop it off. You don't hit anything on the way.
Yeah.
But I mean, at the end of the day, I'm talking to these guys and I'm like, damn, do I really want to be responsible for recruiting these idiots?
Yeah, no shit. You got to coach.
And the thing is we're talking about trucking, and they're bringing it up to me. It's not like I'm saying anything. They're just like, well, Biden gets into office, trucking's done. I'm like, so where are people gonna get groceries from?
How they gonna eat?
Well, Fred, there's been like David Packman and Farron Cousins have been talking about, that basically give it 6 months and a lot of these people will back down. And, think about it too, when Yang dropped out, how many of us were upset and looking for reasons that Yang would jump back in and everything for several months. Do you think those Trumpers are going to back down in a few months?
No.
A fraction. A fraction.
I've seen
boys.
Okay, but I've
Hello?
gone on the highway, right? And there are these trucks that it's not the truck, it's just a trailer, right? But it's a trailer on the side of the road in a farm territory that says Trump 2020. Half of those.
Wait, what's that?
Yeah, you got some reverb.
Okay, that's Christian.
Okay, half of those trailers that say Trump 2020, they actually say 2024 now.
There's something in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got some real bad.
Yeah. Yeah, Christian, go ahead. What's up? You got a lot of background.
Do you have echo?
You got a lot of background noise.
Huh?
You need to mute your TV.
Noise. Me. There you go, Christian. You have a lot of background noise. You can hear us.
I'm literally right now. I'm freaking trying to get to this Walmart before I run out of time. This is freaking annoying.
Cutting it close, huh?
This is how the federal government works.
Yeah. Okay. So Christian, if you go ahead and unmute yourself if you don't want to talk, and we can. You got a lot of background noise in case, so I don't know what's going on behind you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we got you.
Good now?
Yes.
How you guys?
Good, man. How you doing?
Pretty good.
Hi, Fred.
Fred's freaking out right now.
Hi, Serpent 77. I don't know who you are, sorry.
He's down in Georgia.
I don't know you, Serpent 77. I don't know you. How you?
All right, boys. I guess I haven't been around your channel enough here lately because everybody's asking who I am.
Yep. You got to come on more often. Or put your name in there instead of Serpent 77. It'd be easier. But yeah, we were talking about
Boys.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yes. Okay, let's try this.
Yeah, we can hear you,
Boys.
Christian.
Check your private chat.
Oh, good. Ask me anything. How you guys doing?
Oh, are you talking to me, Christian?
Yeah, sure. AMA, huh?
So I just got
How's
on.
my
What are you
hair?
guys talking about?
How's my hair?
Perfect. Who am I to talk?
So I just got on. What were you guys talking about?
We were talking about like the pros and cons of Andrew running for New York City mayor.
Gotcha.
And Fred was talking about how the trucking industry, truckers are kind of concerned with Trump losing and Biden winning, and they think the trucking industry is going to get destroyed by Biden. You know?
Gotcha. I mean, it was going to get destroyed regardless of who's going to be president anyway.
Yeah, I don't think the president.
Hi, Dennis.
Yeah, we got Trumper in the house. You must have a little delay there, Christian.
Wait, Christian, are you in your bathroom?
Looks like a sliding glass door there. I can't tell. Oh, this fucking delay.
Hey, that's a private question. I can't answer.
Light a match, man.
I am in the best lighted room in my. I'm in the best lighted room in my studio, in my house.
Fair enough. You've got a serious delay, just so you know, so it's going to be kind of hard to communicate. But yeah, I'm actually winding down. Actually, I've been here for 2 hours and 45 minutes. I'm not sure how much longer. I got to go eat some food eventually too. But Yeah, I was just talking about how we're gonna moving forward, we got to kind of have a strategy too, as far as local races. I think that's something we should really focus on in 2022 for the midterms.
Yeah.
Local races, local Senate and Congress stuff.
Yeah, actually, I'm actually curious. Do you think that like
Are you guys as excited as I am? Because I think Biden's gonna make an announcement Monday.
About what?
Announcement about what?
Yang's not going to be in the cabinet?
Biden's
So
announcement on Yang Monday.
Yang's not going to be in the cabinet.
Yeah, I don't know. We haven't heard nothing about that yet.
And I think Matt from the Zach and Matt show said that Yang, there was no way.
There's no communication.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I thought Russ and Alasa on their stream said that Yang had officially filed for a run in
okay.
New York.
That's good to know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they said it. They didn't say where it came from or anything. They just said that it was
gotcha.
official. So
We'll hear about that
take it with
by
a grain of
Monday then,
salt.
too. Then it's probably what Christian's talking about, maybe.
Yeah, but it's actually interesting. I heard that Cuomo was like the top pick for Attorney General, so he might have to consider that also.
Governorship.
hmm
Cuomo, I don't see how the hell Cuomo could be the Attorney General. Don't you got to be a fucking lawyer? Like, is he a lawyer?
What?
I mean, to be a
Cuomo is a
politician at age.
scumbag.
Oh shit!
No, he's a scumbag.
This delay is
He's
hilarious.
a scumbag.
Yeah, we got it. Scumbag.
Yeah, but
Biden's a scumbag too. They're all scumbags. Only Yang. They're all scumbags.
Can't argue with that.
Only Yang.
Dennis says Biden's announcement on Yang is who's Yang? Shit. Yang who? John? You motherfucker.
Dennis, that's funny.
Hey, I'm gonna go out and come back because I want to hook up my headset.
Okay.
Amazon.
All right, Fred. Appreciate you.
I'm gonna go out and come back.
All right, man.
Bye, Fred.
But yeah, I just don't think
I'll take over the show.
If yeah, I think that if they're gonna extend some kind of carrot to Andrew to appease people, I guess, but it's gonna be a bullshit advisory thing. It's not gonna be anything of real substance. It looks like.
Yeah, he shouldn't even bother if it's that.
Yeah, well, just like we were saying earlier, the governor of the mayor of Atlanta,
Keisha Lance Bottoms.
Keisha Lance Bottoms, yeah.
Yeah, she turned hers down. She's like, I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, she's probably the most popular mayor in the country, so I mean, why turn that down?
She is actually very popular, and she's in a banging ass job, man. Atlanta.
Yeah.
Ask me anything.
What? I ain't hearing. Damn it. But yeah, so she turned it down, and who knows how many other jobs have been turned down by other people as well. But we'll
I
see.
wouldn't want to work in the Biden administration.
Not with the people he's got already. These fucking corporate goons, and they're just the same people in Obama's administration. They just moved up one level. So he could take his entire thing and just go one level. This was the assistant. Now they're in charge. The person in charge, now they're in the Senate or some bullshit, or got some corporate job overseas on an oil refinery or something. Who fucking knows? It's pretty gross and obvious. And I can't wait to tear this fucking administration apart because they're going to suck too.
You think they're going to get killed in 2022?
I don't know. Cause I think the Georgia race will tell us how bad the Republicans get slaughtered by the anti-establishment vote when it comes to them blaming what's his name, the guy in Georgia, the Georgia governor.
Mm-hmm.
What's his name?
Brian Kemp.
Kemp, yes, because they're blaming him for not standing up for Trump.
Yeah, it'll be interesting because I don't know how the future of the Republican Party is going to be.
Mm-hmm. It might be.
Because I heard somebody say this. I think it was correct. I mean, Trump governed, I believe, as a stand in the line Republican president. He was like I felt like he was like Ronald Reagan, like with mean tweets.
But just not the war though. That's the one thing he
Yeah.
didn't do is start a war, which I'm
Yeah.
good with that. So yeah, he's like non-war, but he had opportunities, man.
Yeah.
He had opportunities in fucking North Korea and Syria and shit. But he still stood down, which I'm impressed with his, for whatever reason. I don't care what the reason is, save lives, you know. So I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
What's up, Christian? He's on a delay. I think he's having a hard time keeping up.
Yeah.
Private chat.
Yeah, I think Sagar hit it on the nail on the head when he said that Trump started off with good ideas. The whole notion of draining the swamp and everything, he might have actually gotten away with it until he was influenced by people like Ryans and stuff like that, and just became a Ryan type Republican.
Yeah, and he hired like people like Steve Mnuchin and these Goldman Sachs idiots for cabinets.
Yep.
Yeah, he was influenced too much by Mnuchin and Ryan and
Stephen Miller.
Yeah, Miller. Yeah.
Don't get me started with him.
That fucking guy.
Is he a white supremacist?
Well, it's hard to be I don't understand how you can be a Jewish white supremacist, which is kind of weird. Like a Jewish Nazi. That's so odd. Yeah, Christian, if you can hear us, man, you muted yourself. You got to unmute yourself. If you can hear us. There you go.
Can you hear me?
Now we can hear you. There we go. On a delay, it looks like. Go ahead if you got something to say. Eventually. Come on. I think I hear us in the background echoing. Oh, boy. Yeah, this is tough.
Yeah, and I think also we have to consider that our progressives are they gonna run as a Democrat, or are they gonna switch to a third party?
Yeah, it's gonna be a interesting midterm, that's for sure, to see, because the Congress has never been so tight. This is the tightest it's ever been.
Yeah.
And then Fred's back. And then like the Senate is damn near 50-50. So it's gonna be super tight. We'll see where they pick their battles at to go attack for an opening type of thing. And we'll see who's like Feinstein. She might have to step down because she's not all there. So
yeah.
Shut up, Dennis. Well, we lost him. Oh well. He was delayed bad. He was struggling. Okay, I'm gonna mute Fred now. We gotta mute you, Fred. You got a lot of music going on or some shit in the background. But yeah, I think Trump's whole thing was, like I said, I give him credit. He made it easier for veterans to get healthcare access for specialists, and he didn't start any wars. But he had 3 opportunities to start some wars in 4 years. So kudos to him for that. And that's about as far as it'll go for me.
Yeah.
If you ask Trump or for Yang, I got TDS. I'm the captain. I'm the president of that fucking club. Fuck
Are you
Trump.
really?
Fuck Trump. TDS, baby. I don't give a fuck. Trump is the worst fucking thing ever.
You got TDS, bro?
Fuck yeah. I'm deranged with hatred. I hate this son of a bitch. I don't care. I
Worst
call
president ever.
What's that?
Worst president ever.
Yes.
Even worse than Bush?
Hell yeah.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty tough call to make. I mean, under Bush, a lot of people
Yeah.
died.
Well, Bush started wars, man. We're still in them.
And even Reagan, you can put up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bush was terrible. He's a C student. Like this motherfucker wasn't qualified. I'm just like you guys. Like he's a fucking idiot. But we were never this divided. Like, Jesus. This is like nobody talked about Civil War. We just blew up.
No, there were conversations about that because I stayed in Japan specifically to not come back to America while Bush was in office. I was only here for like the last year of Bush being in office.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of it then too. I will grant you it wasn't quite as vocal as it is today, and quite as violent as it is today, but it still existed to a very large degree.
Well, and I'll say this: we didn't have Twitter, we didn't have Facebook, so
there's that too.
It's really hard to compare because Bush was really fucking bad. Like,
do you remember when the hurricane hit Louisiana?
Oh yeah, Kanye West.
Yeah, well, not only that, but do you remember where like there was a thing where him and like Michael Chertoff or some major one of his cabinet members was actually sitting with a map, right? And they were like they had a map and they were like reading well, we're going to do this here, and we're going to do that there. And it was just like so evident that they were putting on this show because they had absolutely no idea what the hell they were going to do.
Well, and I remember just the Bushisms too. He'd make up words because he didn't know what the fuck he was saying. You know, constellations and shit. You know, like fucking idiot, man.
He was pretty funny sometimes.
Remember in Iraq, was it Iraq when somebody
Can you hear me now?
at him?
Yep.
No echo now, right?
No echo.
Oh, hi guys. How are you?
Okay. Yep. We're good. But go ahead, Agent. You're saying something. Yeah.
Yeah. Remember, I think it was Iraq when somebody threw the shoe at him. That was like
yes, at the podium. That motherfucker said, "Slip, bitch." Yeah, dude. He went through it, man. Remember, I think was it him or his dad that threw up in the Chinese ambassador's lap?
It was his dad.
That was
Senior.
Actually, Senior is a hero. Senior's good. The old Bush.
By what metric?
That he served his country. His jet got bombed, I think, and he parachuted out of it.
Oh yeah, he's a prisoner of war, sure. Yeah.
I think Bush won.
But at president, he sucked.
Yeah.
Bush won? Yeah, he wasn't great, but
that's why you got one term. Don't want to be a one-termer.
No, that's Bush 1, not Bush 2.
You know what killed him, right?
Who's that?
No new taxes. That's what killed him.
Read my lips, people. No new taxes, okay? And he couldn't raise them quick enough.
No, you know what killed him, right? Was he took that Sarah Palin, the boy version, Dan Quayle. Dan Quayle, remember him?
Quayle sucked too.
Yep. He was like Sarah Palin before Sarah Palin.
Yeah. But Bush, the problem is you ran into the Clinton buzzsaw. That's what got Bush. You know?
Yeah. Clinton was just young and energetic.
And fucking MTV was the Twitter of the day. You know, like he went on MTV and took over and played a fucking saxophone and shit.
Oh, that was cool.
He's like, hey, ladies. You know, like it was just this weird cultural thing he did that Clinton did, but Bush didn't have a chance.
Yeah, but he's a scumbag too. Clinton's a scumbag.
Of course.
You like that word scumbag, huh?
Yeah.
It fits, right? No, actually, Al Gore is a very good guy. I met him in person. Al Gore.
Al Gore.
Al Gore's good.
Al Gore's not a scumbag?
No, he's not.
Okay.
He's not.
He's goofy as hell, though. I remember.
Oh my God, I love Fred's okay there.
Yeah. Lockbox. Yeah, we've had some bad ones, man, but I just feel like again, it's hard to compare Bush to Trump.
Hey, I'll give you a scumbag. Donald Trump. He's a big scumbag.
Yep. We've established that. That's for damn sure.
And
I actually want to ask something.
Yeah.
Who do you think was like the last good president?
Obama's good.
I mean,
Obama's not nearly as good as a lot of people try to remember him to be.
I had some disagreements with Obama when it comes to bombing campaigns and the drone deportation and bailing out the fucking big banks in 2008.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's
hey,
And
guys.
Edward Snowden
Hey,
and all
boys,
the
let me ask you a
whistleblowers.
question. You know Millennia, right? She ain't a model. You know what she really is, right?
oh God.
Yeah.
It starts with an H.
Okay.
Wait.
Oh, no. It starts with a high price and then the E word.
Oh.
That's what she really is. Really.
Yeah.
Look it up.
Yeah.
She ain't a model.
All right.
She
Well,
ain't a model.
she don't matter either. So
Yeah.
Bro, you gotta stop drinking, bro.
No. I'm Chinese. I know things.
Mama. Did you say I'm Chinese? I know things.
Yes.
It's
I
official.
love that. That's so cool.
Because
Like,
I don't know
like that saying.
777 and I don't know Ajan, but I know boys. Boys.
Yeah.
Like,
Tell 'em
I'm
how
Chinese. I
brilliant.
know things.
Tell
That's
them how
golden.
brilliant I am.
Put that shit on a fucking t-shirt. You got yourself a seller right there, baby. Whoops. Yeah, well, change inducement. Yeah, like I voted.
Hey, that's. I told Yang when I was hanging out with him in the truck. I said, "Man, if you win the presidency, the Republicans are never gonna. They are." I told him. I said, just so you know, right? When you win, the Republicans are just gonna say you're a spy and you're sent from China. They're just, hey,
Comrade Yang.
I was like, and it doesn't matter what kind of deal you come back with China, you're gonna get roasted. Just.
Hey, Fred, let me ask you a question. Are you gonna go work for Yang when he runs for mayor?
No.
Are you planning already?
No, I'm gonna drive my truck, bro.
Yeah, but you gonna go head down to New York, right?
I don't know about that, bro.
He needs you.
Well, none of us ever worked for Yang. We're all volunteers, man.
Yeah, I know.
We're all volunteers. I mean, we got. I'm the co-founder. I'm the co-founder of a super PAC, but dude, my days of being in politics are over, bro.
Oh yeah.
Bullshit.
Yeah, but thanks for all your work, all you guys. I know everybody works for free. Paget, everybody. Nobody got paid. None of the Yang Gang people got paid.
No, there's staffers.
No, one or two guys got on the Vegas payroll. I don't know their name. I don't remember their names. One or two guys.
Yeah, we don't do it. We don't do it for. We don't do it to get paid. We do it to freaking.
Yeah, for the cause.
Yeah,
that's why I appreciate it.
Dude, I dyed my beard black and then I shaved it off.
Dude, I could tell you right now. You put that beard on your picture or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh shit. Did my guy did he grow the beard out? Because that beard was terrible, bro. It was terrible.
I hated it.
You know it.
I'm glad you said that, Fred.
Oh, dude, I hated every minute of it, dude.
I know you did.
Fucking
terrible.
Touch my chest. Yeah.
I like when you had that cap on. That was cool.
Oh, the math hat?
No, that little 1930s one. I don't know what they call that.
Oh, that's my drinking hat. Yeah. The black.
That's cool.
That's a comfortable hat.
What did they call that?
I have no idea, honestly. No idea. I just like how they fit on my bald ass head. But yeah, as soon as if something happens, like if Andrew announces he's running for president, I'm growing the beard out again. That's just the way it is.
All right.
That day, whatever day it is, I'm shaving clean and being like, bitches, growing the beard. Let's go.
I think he's running for mayor.
That's not enough. I'm growing a beard.
No, why are you gonna grow the beard though?
Shits and giggles, man. Why not? Because I can. And I'll make it go longer and even more ridiculous next time.
Yeah, you look deranged, bro.
No, it's awesome.
No,
You look freaking homeless.
That's awesome. I love it.
no, boys, you look good. Hey, that's a cute kid.
There's a little guy.
Yep. He came down to visit, let the dog out.
That's your son, Serpent?
Yep.
Oh, good.
Fred, you should grow a big old ginger beard next time, brother.
Fuck no.
Ginger beard. Come on, bro.
I tried to grow a beard and then I went home and we have a butcher that my chick goes to. She was like, "You're gonna have to shave that beard if you're gonna go to the butcher with me." Right? She wasn't having it. She was just like, "Look, I ain't having it." And she didn't have no issue telling me about it. It was funny. I loved it. It was great.
My girlfriend liked it, so that matters.
Hey, boys.
Yeah.
Do you see Kelly Loeffler getting booed off the stage by Mega?
Yeah.
That was so funny.
Yeah.
She's gone. I think she's done. Oh my god. She's like the worst of the new scumbag. She's absolutely worst.
Well, here's the thing. She's never won an election.
She's terrible.
She's
so robotic.
Yeah.
She makes Sarah Palin look like a genius.
I don't know.
And I hate Sarah Palin with passion.
She sucked too.
She wasn't that bad.
Go hunting a moose, yeah.
She has some charisma. I mean, this Kelly Loeffler is just a freaking robot. Like she's got no skills except for inside trading.
She's just a pretty blonde and a lot of money. That's it. That's all it takes.
Honestly, I would talk to her just to get her, like, hey, help me out.
What?
I mean, if Sarah Palin,
she's ugly. She's ugly, Fred. Stay away.
No, I'm saying I would talk to her just to get some
stock trades,
some stock tips.
That's right.
Well, just talk to the husband. He owns the whole stock exchange, so. Oh, the guy! I hate those two. David Perdue's even worse. Another scumbag.
He didn't show up. I loved it how they showed the empty podium for him.
Yeah, we laughed our ass. Remember, we laughed so hard when I was on Matt's show.
Oh God, yeah. And the empty podium representing the Republican Party.
Dude,
they panned over to an empty fucking podium. That was
the dude can't stand being on the stage. He's so weak.
Yeah.
I don't know well, part of it is the guy he's debating is a freaking cyborg.
He's a savage, man.
Yeah.
Ossoff?
Ossoff is a cyborg.
Ossoff is deadly, dude.
He gutted him.
This dude's like Andrew Yang, but more aggressive. Yang needs to be aggressive.
Yeah,
actually, he's more like Pete Buttigieg.
Yang needs to.
He's more like Pete.
Great point, Fred. Great point.
Yang's balls need to drop like big time.
Yeah, he's too nice. He's
way too nice. You know how many times I've told him, I've been like, dude, like, let it fly, bro. Stop with
bro, that's not him though. Like Patrick keep telling me.
You know what? Do you know how many times? Well, I'm so sick of that's not him, right? Like this is basically it would be him if you could get him to understand this is what the job requires.
Great point, Ray.
Like if you can get him to understand, in order for you to be president and in order for you to represent us effectively, these are the job requirements of your job. If you're not doing A, B, and C, you're not doing your job.
You gotta be a savage, man.
Yeah.
That's how Pete Buttigieg almost won. Dude.
Oh, he's a savage.
He's just freaking. They debate good.
No,
but I think Andrew does debate good. He just doesn't.
He don't attack, and when you don't go on the offensive, you get killed. They'll define you. Like I tell my students at Cal Poly, if you let your opponent, when you debate somebody, right, because these kids pay me $300 an hour to help them just to speak or debate. I tell them it doesn't matter how much money you got or how smart you are. You have to go on the attack. Like, call your opponent a name, make faces at him, make him uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It
And
can,
then they're too busy. Then they're too busy trying to figure out how to fend off an attack rather than make their points.
Yeah,
dude, just be like Obama. Oh, Obama's facial expression and his comebacks are Obama is the king of talking, of comebacks.
Go ahead, Agent.
I think Andrew is a good debater in general, but I think he's like a terrible debater for like president.
Obama was so smooth.
That's a different breed.
Dude, Obama is, and even Biden has his moments when he's good. I mean, he's he's a buffoon, but he has moments where he's good.
Well, he's good at laughing off stuff. He does a little charming smile, like this guy.
No. Hey, you know what? People don't mention it, but he planted the like Dennis says, right? He planted the word Proud Boys. That saved the election for him, because Trump always denounced Proud Boys, right? Biden said that, not the moderator.
Well, Trump said name someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He could have said KKK and no one give a shit. But when he said Proud Boys, Biden just blew up.
Well, here's the thing, though. Like, when it comes to debating, when it comes to Andrew and Joe and all these other people, is Andrew went into the debate naive and thinking this is going to be an actual debate. But after that, at first he was, oh, this isn't even a debate. It's not. That's why I call them click debates. It's all about the sound bites. It's all about a sharp attack, unlike the whole fucking dumb shit with Kamala. I was on that bus, which she wasn't. That's a fucking lie. She was not on that fucking bus.
Dude, she's rich as fuck. Her dad's like a doctor. She wasn't on that fucking bus in Oakland. That's bullshit.
Right. And that's what I mean. It doesn't matter. The truth doesn't matter. Just click debates. They want 30 second, 10, 15, 20, 30 second clicks.
Boys, boys, listen to this. I guarantee you there was no fucking bus in Oakland.
As part of my entire purchase.
They probably lived in somewhere nice in San Francisco.
Well, first of all, she had T-shirts ready to go for that line. Let's think about that. She had a fucking T-shirt that night on the thing. I was on that bus. Fucking idiot.
Oh my god, horrible. I can't stand her. They're all scumbags except Yang. That's the only honest player left in politics. I mean, Andrew Yang is just like a brother that you want or a friend that you want. He's never lied about anything. I've watched all his clips.
That little girl was me. Yeah, I'll say this though: the only other person I could have got behind is probably Richard Ojeda.
Oh, he's good. He's good. I like it, but he's not polished. He doesn't have it up here. He's not polished.
He is a savage, and I love him for it.
No, but he didn't do anything. Not even 0.5%.
No, he dropped out in fucking February.
Yeah, but he wasn't even polling or anything. I don't think, boys.
There weren't even.
I like him, but
he dropped out before there was even a poll. Like, he dropped out because of money. He was not. He said he couldn't get down and just keep asking for money. He said, "I don't like this. I'm out."
He should run for mayor.
He ran for senator and lost in Kentucky, so he's moving actually.
Yeah, Kentucky's hard, dude. You gotta move state.
I thought it was West Virginia.
Yeah, he's in West Virginia, but he's moved districts.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, West Virginia is tough.
Yeah,
he got moved to Virginia.
He moved to Virginia by the there's a military base he served at. He lives right outside the naval.
Oh, Norfolk? Is he in the Norfolk base?
No, he's on the West Virginia line. It's an army base. Shit. He said he's.
Well, boys, if you ever tell him, say that Christian likes him. I'm a fan, but I don't think he has too much up there in his head.
Oh, dude. He is good.
Maybe I'm wrong.
He is good, man. He is sharp. Watch his live streams. He is fucking really good. He does live streams.
Okay, I'll give him a second chance. I'll give him a second shot.
He's a damn good progressive, and he don't play. He's aggressive.
Oh, talk about another person I hate is Amy McGrath. Why did the Democrats keep giving this stupid idiot money over and over? $200 million.
She's the darling of Kentucky. They got gutted like the rest of the fish in the barrel.
She's
don't get-
terrible. The
Yeah.
ladies.
Is she really the darling in Kentucky? She's
Well,
never won a race.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that they adopted her.
Oh,
Hey,
And said,
no,
"Oh,
hey, but
Schumer
boys-
adopted her. Kentucky.
boys,
didn't,
listen
though.
to this.
right."
I
didn't see that.
I
Yeah.
guarantee you, she will run for something coming up. She ain't quitting.
Yeah, well, whatever.
And she's not going to
No.
win.
No.
She could run for president.
She'd be a serial candidate with never being a elected official. Yeah, I think she's kind of like the female version of Pete Buttigieg of Kentucky.
No. Pete's a little bit likable. I hate Amy McGrath. With
No,
a
but I'm talking
passion.
about their style, like the same
Oh.
melodic kind of debates. I watch those debates.
No.
she was
Pete is
very-
much sharper. No. Pete is good. No. Pete is no Amy. Believe me. Pete's gonna be a player 24.
Yeah, he's better at it than her. I get it, but the point is, you could literally take the if someone was to dictate the entire debates, you couldn't tell Amy from fucking Pete by what they said. They say
I see your point.
the same talking point.
Oh, policies.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Well, not just that, is like their what do we call that? Kind of like placate to identity politics and decency. You know, the same old bullshit. Because they're both veterans and la di da, whatever. I'm a veteran, but Jesus Christ doesn't make me qualified.
You need a jacket, boys? It's one of my company's new jackets. I could send you one.
No, actually, I just bought a brand new coat about 2 weeks ago, man.
Not designed by me.
No,
And about
unless you're at Dunham's.
and about Pete Buttigieg.
Well, Pete lives 45 minutes from me. I'm gonna make a play to go down there and talk to him sometime.
What?
This spring? Yeah.
You in Indiana?
No, I'm in Southwest Michigan, but South Bend's only 45 miles from me.
Oh, you're gonna go talk to Buttigieg?
Repeat. Yep.
And what are you gonna say when you get there?
Hi, cutie.
Oh, bro. Could you keep the private stuff to yourself, bro? Please. Man.
I guarantee you
Hey,
he'll be president in
now
the
just-
future.
Go up to him and say, Pete, I know somebody that wants to beat your ass. And when he says, who? Say, my balls.
Oh, Fred, I know, dude. You killing me with that.
Oh.
shit.
Who do you?
Talking about Pete, guess who ended Pete's career? I mean, Andrew Yang with the wine cave line that ended. Oh, Pete couldn't have a comeback. Pete got beaten like a drum.
I felt like that was a 2-for-1 because it was Warren and Pete arguing over the wine cave. And
they both got killed. Good point, Fred. Good point.
You know what I mean? And that was
they never recovered. Both of them
that
never
was
recovered.
that was debate 5 in Los Angeles, I think, right?
No, it was a PBS.
Oh, that was at LMU.
Yeah, Los Angeles.
That was the LMU. I was watching Patrick's stream. That was the LMU. Loyola Marymount in Los Angeles.
The Los Angeles one was when he talked about giving everybody his book.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that wasn't the wine cave? Which one was the wine cave?
The wine cave was before that.
No, the wine cave and the book were together.
Seriously?
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah, and
okay.
I watched it in the truck. I remember I was watching it in the truck with freaking Sola and somebody else.
That's a classic line. That will be in all. They'll run over every 4 years. They're gonna run that line. That's like one of the greatest lines.
Let's see here, guys. Okay, so I got to get going. It's been 3 hours and 20 minutes. It is 11:30. My time almost. But you guys, I might do another live stream tomorrow as well because I literally got fuck all to do. And we'll do it again. I'm actually going to look up some articles to actually discuss. So I'm gonna use the trickle up Discord to do that shit.
Boys, why don't you ever invite Paget on the stream?
She's busy, man.
Come on. She'll come on because of me.
I've interviewed her a few times on here. She's been on here a few times in the past.
She's really hard to get a hold of.
Is she?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So it's a blessing that she actually called me on my cell.
Sure. Yeah. But yeah,
she called me last Friday.
Like she does regular live streams with Matt, with the pageant Matt, like 3 times a week, and she's still trying to get work, which there isn't any.
Work for what? Like work?
Yeah, she was talking about redoing her another season of Cat Loves LA, but that's all squashed because of the pandemic, and she's writing and some shit up and stuff like that. And
I hit her up about doing redoing Cat, but then she hit me up with something else. So you're right.
Yeah,
because
so
I'm a filmmaker too, so USC. So
yeah. What is this here? Serpent says, "Oh, Brian Tyler Cohen and Farron Cousin Ring of Fire for some leads." Oh, dude, I love Brian Tyler Cohen. That guy is consistent.
Oh, that guy's really sharp.
But I do like Ring of Fire. I subscribe to their channels. The guy, the bald head, right? The shaved head guy.
Yeah, but the only thing he does is stories on Trump. He doesn't do anything else.
No, he does some other content.
Yeah, not much. His main focus is Trump.
Well, here lately it's mainly Trump stuff, but prior to that, he's done a lot of other stuff.
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, he talks about a lot of stuff, especially legal stuff, because Ring of Fire is actually a political / legal show, but he also has
Who's the
another
white
channel
guy?
called Fair and Balanced.
Who's the white guy that goes to Trump rallies?
Which one?
And he's like part of the Daily Show, but he's kind of like
tall guy.
What?
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I don't know his name though.
He's like, I'm just using your own logic against you.
Oh my God, I know the guy, but I don't know his name. Oh my God.
Well, Dennis decided to get out of bed and talk to us here. It looks like. What's up, brother?
What's going on?
Stay 5 minutes, boys. Stay 5 minutes.
I'm gonna stick around a little bit longer, but not much longer. I gotta go to bed.
Dennis, are we on for tomorrow?
I'm probably gonna pop on and do my first live stream tomorrow, but the big one that we're all gonna do, I'm gonna put that off until next Sunday. So that's gonna be easier for Paget and Matt and everybody else.
Dennis, how are you?
What's going on, Christian?
Hey, I've been a big fan of yours. You got some of my messages, right?
Yeah, I saw some of your comments on my channel. Appreciate it, brother. Yeah, you're cracking me up over here. You're giving you're a full hand here for boys.
Yeah, I do for boys. I usually don't do free shows.
Yeah, I figured I should pop on after Fred starts busting those ass jokes. I figured maybe we need to jump on here.
Hey, Dennis, let me ask you, how do you get crystal ball? Did it take some time?
Well, I mean, I was working with Brett Weinstein and stuff, and so we went on the View and everything. So just you kind of network when you're dealing with these people.
Yeah, but she probably gave you. She probably didn't say yes the first time, right? She's so freaking busy.
We were just chatting in a DMs, and I just asked her, and she said, "Yeah." So yeah, it's just kind of that easy.
Wow.
You just gotta get their attention. That's the hardest part. Just getting them to pay attention for a second.
That's it.
That's the hard part.
Yeah.
It's like
she doesn't do shows at all. She doesn't go on the other shows at all.
Yeah, she's a smart chick. I like her.
Well, if it's not interesting, why should she go? So everybody wants her to come on and play a fucking role. It's probably a boring role. Then she gets to come talk to Trumper here, and it's like that sounds like an interesting because she's used to talking to conservatives. That's her job.
No, but she gave him.
That's the whole thing is because we kind of agree on so much, and I'm a Trump supporter, and she's not a Trump supporter. She's not a Biden supporter. She's just a Bernie girl, you know. And so she found that interesting.
Who are we talking about? Sorry, I'm loading.
Crystal Ball.
Crystal Ball.
She is so damn smart.
Yeah, she's
so
sharp.
Damn pretty.
Yeah,
No. Boys, you know who's still number one in my book, right?
Let me guess, Andrew Yang.
No, fuck Andrew Yang. Come on.
Boyce's bald head.
No.
Rub it. Come on. You know you want to rub that motherfucker. Rub that son of a bitch.
Boys, are you?
Hey, boys.
You know the answer.
I don't know.
Who else do I idolize more than Yang? Every day, Dennis knows the answer.
Answer him, boys.
Paget.
Well, you guys disappoint me. Dennis, you don't know the answer? Who I idolize the most?
You've got to stop drinking, bro.
Bro.
Yeah, Christian. I think we all know the answer
Chinese
to that.
tea. I don't drink. I only drink Chinese tea.
And he knows things.
Yeah, I know things.
Yeah, that's my new catchphrase, man. I'm Chinese. I know.
Oh, come on. Okay, this girl is 10 times prettier than Crystal Ball.
I have no idea.
Okay, spit it out.
I don't reduce women down to only their appearances, sir. Sorry.
Oh my God, you guys have all talked to her. You guys have all talked to her.
I have no idea.
I said Paget already.
Did you say Paget? I didn't hear it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, boss. You got it. Paget.
Okay.
Oh.
So yeah, Crystal Ball is smart.
No, Paget is the best.
Okay. Well, Crystal Ball is kicking ass right now.
I would give her, if she needed one of my kidneys, I would donate it to her only.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you're going a little too far, bro.
Bro, but it's not. She's a friend of mine. It's not sexual. It's just admiration.
Oh God.
What the fuck?
Why do you call me a dumb fuck? Boys.
Oh my God. Hey. I can't do this. All right.
Dennis.
Oh, on another. Did you see that did you see
Dennis,
Biden's
why do you call me a dumb fuck?
I didn't call you a dumb
fuck. I said what the fuck. No one called you dumb
fuck. Oh, okay. My bad. I forgive you.
Okay, so on another note, did anybody see Biden's pics where he did like?
Oh, they all suck. They all suck.
Yeah, really? No, I'm talking about the press release.
No, I didn't see that.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
When?
I don't know. Was it today?
No, it was a couple days ago where
was it the dog?
Hey.
No.
Hey guys.
Oh my God.
Let him finish, dude. Let him finish. Come on.
Let him finish.
Jared, I need to ask you a question real bad.
Hold on.
Dude, you got to stop drinking, bro. You got to stop drinking. Right? So,
Hey, Fred. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just fucking around. I interrupted you.
No, he was saying that he picked the guy for freaking the agriculture, right? And then the agriculture guy gets up there, and both him and Biden said that they're going to use farming to weed out systemic racism.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
And I was like,
what?
What?
Barley, that racist bastard.
I just saw the guy and turn it off. Realistic. Another guy I hate.
I'd love to hear more about this fucking farming racist agenda. This is.
I was just like, dude, this is so disingenuous. Like, y'all. Oh my God! Just stop! Just stop!
Bread, gold, wheat matter.
Right.
But, like, what are you going to have more black farmers? I don't
Fred, smoke some weed. Fred, bro, you need to smoke some weed.
No, I don't need to smoke some weed, dude.
Fred, don't.
Why not? It makes the world so much better.
He's sober,
bro.
Well, yeah. Well, not only am I sober, but if I smoked weed and then I had to drop a urine analysis, That would.
Australia. Yeah, I see it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hey
so
Fred,
it's
did
truck
you make it to
driver, right?
Walmart in time with your clock ticking there? Did you make it to the Walmart?
I did actually with like 10 minutes to spare.
Oh
Good
man,
job.
Walmart conveniently located.
dude, there's a Walmart everywhere. You're always within 45 minutes of a Walmart. It's freaking
That's
crazy. If
right,
you're traveling across country, you don't need hotels. You sleep in your car, your SUV, whatever it is, in a Walmart, man.
Hey, Dennis, you're in Idaho, no?
I am.
Yes.
Oh, good.
Well,
Is
hey,
there
guys.
nice days there? Like, is there not cold days? Like days that are good outside that you could go
I'll
outside?
talk to y'all later.
Bye,
All right,
Fred.
Fred.
Okay.
No, but I do gotta get going, guys. I appreciate you guys coming on here. I'll do it again tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
I'll try to have a little more structure next time. And be a little more structured. That's all I can say.
Control
you
your
guys
fucking live streams.
Here, let me get in charge here, goddammit.
See you guys.
Well, real quick before you drop the stream, boys. Hey,
Yeah.
hey, Dennis. It's nice to finally get a chance to talk to you for a couple of seconds, anyways.
Yeah, absolutely, Serpent. Nice to finally see you in person, brother.
Nice to talk to you, Dennis.
Yeah, I know this is past your bedtime, Dennis. I know you're up late. This is not your thing.
Not my thing.
You're not a late night guy.
Early to bed, early to rise, brother.
I hear you, man. Business still doing okay for you though?
Hell no.
Hell
It's
no.
been a shit year, man. I mean, you know, you save up the nuts for the winter, and hell, who the hell knows? You know, this is it's been crazy. But what are you gonna do? I mean, got some PPP money and all of that, but yeah, it's been dog shit, dude. It's gonna be into dog shit for another at least 3 quarters.
Yeah, because like I said, I'm getting the vaccine next week, and they said that they're not thinking the general public will get it till probably like March or April.
Yeah.
So we're talking like July. July might be when we really get a first taste of like, okay, it's okay to like relax.
And then we can see what it mutates to by then, and yeah, who knows, brother? Who knows? It's gonna be yeah, exactly. It's gonna be a crazy year. But hey, how about Trump fast tracking those vaccines? Huh? God damn, what a president!
Uh-huh.
Come on, boys, get it.
No, I'm still nervous about it because we still don't know enough, but we have to try. We have to take down some of those safety rails because before it took 5 years, and that's we can't afford that right now.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. No, I hear you, man. I appreciate you guys on the front lines taking that stuff. I mean,
I'm nervous, but
no, I bet you are. I mean, hell, I'm one of the guys, because I had that damn blood clot in my lung. I can't afford to get this thing, so I'm up here on the property. The gates are closed. The guns are out. Get the fuck off the property. Even the UPS and FedEx guy gets stopped. Says, no, you drop the package over there. So yeah, let's get the herd immunity going, and let's get back to normal.
Yeah. Whoop. Wait. Hear this shit. The vaccine is gonna make my beard grow faster.
Nice. No, what's gonna be funny is in a month you have a full head of thick, lush hair, bro. Be like, God damn, that's the selling point.
That's right. Cover this big ass dome up, man.
Then Trump can claim curing baldness for all men in America. DNA USA.
Pfizer's your forehead daddy. Well, the thing is like they told us is like the efficacy rate is 95% and the adverse reactions is about 12% on the first round. The second round is about 20%. So that's what the literature says right now. So that's something we have to assume that risk when we do this because it's a better risk than getting fucking COVID. So or my patients, because I have active patients that have active fucking COVID in their home that I gotta suit up for, man. But I still, even if I get the vaccine, I still gotta wear a mask no matter what.
Of course. No, that's crazy, man. You must be kind of scared every day bringing that shit back home to your girlfriend and all of that.
Yeah, I haven't seen my kids, my girlfriend about a little over a week ago when I got my first patient. My kids have been 2 weeks. I ain't seen them. And I'm probably not going to see them until Christmas now because they're going to be their grandparents for holidays. So I don't want to put their grandparents at risk. So I'm not going to see them until Christmas Day.
Damn, that's crazy.
So it's going to be a fucking month almost not seeing my kids.
Yeah, that's
fucked up. We do FaceTime, but can't go give my kids a fucking hug at night and shit, man.
Fuck it. Bright side. Trickle up, baby. Get that content going.
I'm focused.
Productivity.
That's right. That's right. Make yourself available, Dennis. We'll record some more.
Anytime, brother. You know that.
Yeah. All right, guys. Let me let you guys go. I'm gonna get some sleep. Be productive tomorrow. And I appreciate you guys jumping in here. Everyone, it's been a 3 hours and 30 minutes, an average night for me here. Oh man, but I appreciate it, guys. I'm gonna do it again tomorrow, probably around the same time, probably around 6, 7 o'clock at night here. And talk about what the fuck ups, whatever comes up tomorrow. Who knows? It could all end tomorrow, man. Biden can have a stroke. We don't know. And then it'll be something to talk about.
Don't make a joke. All right.
All right, guys. Let me go.
All right. Thanks, boys.
All right. Peace out.